have fun when you try and cheat. I lost myself to find you. Where am I? Vanishing or in standby? Where are we going? Buckle up, sit down, take a look around. Who am I? Am I lost
Hello. I am here. Hi, Rolf. How you doing? How's it going? Anything new? I'm glad to hear you're doing all right. But yeah, I mean, I am feeling a little under the weather today. So I probably could go and say multiple days from now. But nah, like, I kind of wish that, I waited a little bit to send the message to the group chat that I wanted to take off for December 7th, because right after I sent it, I went downstairs and my mom's like, oh, by the way, your dad has to go in for like the pre-screening on that same day, for, like he has to go in for like a surgery. And so they have to like do this pre-evaluation beforehand, and he's apparently going on that same day around the same time I usually have to go to work. So that's like another reason, and a more prominent reason to not go to work that day. And I'm like, I wish I knew about that ahead of time, because then I could just say that instead of, oh, I just want to see the Game Awards. Like, big boof. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Rolf. It's not really about denying the leave. Like, well, you could just add that too now. That is true, but I feel like it might seem a little weird if I'm like, oh, by the way. I mentioned, first and foremost, I mentioned the Game Awards, but now I'm also gonna mention the fact that my dad has to go in for the pre-thing before the examination, before the surgery. With the clarification that you just heard. Yeah, I probably could. But yeah. It's not really a thing of denying me. I could take off whenever. It's more about, is there gonna be somebody there to take my place? That's the issue. Like, my supervisor, she's like, if I tell her, oh, I want to take off for this day, all she says is just message the group chat, because it doesn't really matter. Like, it's not like with most jobs where you have to like okay it and all that stuff. With this, it's just as long as somebody is there to take your spot, then it's fine. That sort of thing. And there just has to always be somebody behind the front desk. And if I'm not there, somebody else has to be there. And so that's why it's like, oh, is there somebody who can take my spot at the front desk? That's what I'm like. But yeah, I just sent it like as soon as I woke up today, because I kept forgetting to send it, and then so I just did, and then I came downstairs and my mom's like, aren't you taking off on the 7th? And I'm like, I'm trying right now. And she's like, well, I hope so, because we actually have to leave at that time, so it's either you just stay home or you're driving yourself to work that day. And I'm like, oof, because like I don't have a problem with driving, I just have a problem with the fact that then I would have to leave work at 9 p.m. at night alone. Like, I would be the last person there, and I would have to walk to my car, and it's kind of scary. Late at night. That's why I usually get picked up by my parents, so that I don't have to deal with that. So I'm not alone. But, yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how things go. Yeah, I could probably add on to that, being like, oh, I just heard also that I should take off for the summit because of this, but I also feel kind of bad because it's still kind of weird to put the Game Awards first and then, oh, also my dad. Oh my gosh. Even though I didn't know about it until like after I posted it, but still. The hierarchy of information here. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. But yeah, also, speaking of the Game Awards, where is it? Where's the thing? I have so many different things listed. Window capture, images, all that stuff. I need to, like, make this easier. So, apparently, player's voice is now available for the Game Awards. So that's where, like, you get to vote which games should get, like, player's voice as, like, best games of the year or whatever. And so it's like round 1 of it has just started. So you can vote for like 10 games. And it just kind of makes me feel like I barely played any games this year. Yeah, Teen's Choice Game Awards, exactly. It makes me feel like I really just haven't played that many games this year because, like, last year I had played so many of the games on the list, whereas this year I'm kind of like, I haven't played this game, I haven't played that game, so I'm kind of just picking based on what I've seen from it. Yeah, like, I'm always kind of retroactively doing it as well. Like, I played a lot of games this year, just not games that just came out, or if they did, it's like indie, obscure games that nobody freaking knows about. So I've been, and also I need you to see some of the things that are on this list. Yeah, like some of these didn't even come out this year. Like, that's the thing I was about to say, is like some of these are super dumb. Like, why is some of these on this list? Like, why is Fortnite on here? Why is Genshin Impact on here? Why is freaking League of Legends on here? Yeah, why is Apex Legends on here? Why why is Counter-Strike 2 on here? Why is freaking, where is it? Why is Minecraft on here? What the heck? I'm refusing. I'm refusing to go for some of these because I'm like, this didn't even come out this freaking year. What are they talking about? So far I voted Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Hi-Fi Rush because you said you enjoyed it, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Resident Evil 4. I'm still deciding what other ones I should vote for. Well, let's like go through this. So I'm not voting for Apex Legends. I feel like voting for Armored Core just for Zach. Yeah. Yeah, it is true. You can't really know. Yeah, I kind of feel like going for this for Zach. Going for Cyberpunk 2077 for Azure. I don't want to vote for Hogwarts Legacy, and no matter how much I love Wolf, I'm not gonna vote for League of Legends, since I just said I'm not gonna vote for games that have been out for a while. Like Phantom Liberty, at least that's a DLC that just came out, you know? I'm just still thinking. I've never tried Octopath Traveler. Maybe someday I'll play some of it. I just know that Mortal Kombat was received pretty well. Starfield. Well, you know what? I have 3 more votes. Let's go for Mortal Kombat 1, Starfield, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Yeah. No, that's totally fair. That's totally fair, Rolf. And I think that's a good list of games. Like, I wouldn't vote for any of these other games, so I think these are the ones that get my vote. Submit votes. Your votes have been submitted. Hey, thank you. Opens Thursday, 11:30. 11/30th. 9 a.m. EST. Dang C. Dang C indeed. Hi, Pond. Welcome to the stream, Pond. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. We just did the Player's Choice Award thing for the Game Awards. Picked 10 games out of this list. The only 10 that matter. But yeah, I hope I'll be able to take off for the 7th, because I really just don't want to have to deal with any of that. Also, one of the so last night I was I was actually showcasing a lot of my favorite horror videos to Azure and Barry. And that was a time. Definitely showcasing how weird my fears are in comparison to most people. The reason I just started thinking about it was because I had, for some reason, the Mandela Catalog TV Tropes page open, and that just reminded me that I showed off some of that. So many good games this year. Yee! Though sadly, some of the ones that I like from this year just aren't at the Game Awards, but then again, makes sense considering my taste. But there are some pretty good ones. But, I mean, the fact that I can still pick out only 10 and be like, that's good. I got all the ones I wanted. Kind of sad. But then again, a lot of the stuff they have on that list is like games that have been around forever. Why are you able to vote for them? Why can you vote for League of Legends? Why can you vote for Minecraft for Game of the Year? I would understand it if it was like something new happened with it, but if it's just, oh, because it's still a thing. Like, okay. Sure, I guess. But yeah, the only reason I knew that the Player's Voice, aka Player's Choice thing was going on was because I was on my Twitter to send the notification that the stream was happening today, and I just saw it there as like the Game Awards voting is now open for round 1, and I immediately went to go start doing it because in all the previous years of Game Awards, I have answered the questions, like I've voted for the categories and all the other like categories, if that makes sense, but I always miss Player's Voice, and then like the Game Awards happen and they mention it and I'm like, I have no memory of this. I have no memory of this, but now I have seen this, so I'm absolutely jumping in being like, yes, I'm voting, time to vote. League of Legends Game of the Year every year since 2009. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be tons of people who just vote. Like, I bet you that there's a ton, like Wolf and a bunch of other people are just gonna vote for League just because they love it so much. And you know, fair, you know, like if you enjoy it and you still enjoy it and they're still adding stuff, like what am I gonna say? Go for it. But it's still weird to me. But yeah, Oh, also, I'm done voting for a bit since my countrymen absolutely blew it in the elections last week. Oh no! What happened? What happened, Rolf? What happened? Oh no. Yeah. Oh no! Oh no, Rolf! No! Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. People are pretty dumb. Yeah. Because honestly, here's the thing. I honestly forget that there's still so many awful people in the world sometimes, because I'll just be around my friends and all that and everybody's great and I'm like, yeah, we're all good now. Or I only follow people like on YouTube and whatnot that are in that same boat and I'm like, yeah, we're all great. Nobody's dumb. And then every once in a while I just accidentally stumble across a YouTube channel of a terrible person. I'm like, oh. Yeah, no, that is true, Rolf. That is very true. But yeah, it's sad. But yeah, the world is pretty messed up in a lot of ways. A lot of crazy people out there. I don't understand a lot of people, to be honest. I don't understand why people like end up thinking in those ways. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, why is it so hard to care about other people? I don't understand why it's such a struggle for so many people to care about other people. Yeah. Exactly, Rolf, exactly. Like, you start forgetting because you only interact with those people. You only have your friends and you only have like the channels you watch or the things you watch, and you're like, yeah, we're all good. And then it's like, actually, we really aren't. We're just protected in some extent. Yep. Exactly, Rolf, exactly. But yeah, people are absolutely crazy. I constantly, like, I'll go into the YouTube comments of a video and I'm like, dang, why are people like this? Why are people like this? I don't understand. I mean, I guess part of the problem is that, people kind of go into their own groups. Just like for us, like, we have our friends and things that we watch and interact with, and it's only within like that group. And so it's probably the same for all of those people. Like, they have their groups that have those opinions, those ideas and things like that, and that kind of leads to everybody kind of going in very extreme opposite directions because there's no like communication between the different like groups and opinions. It's just this way and that way, and that's that. Yeah. That is also true, Rolf. There is a lot of misinformation, especially nowadays with the internet so much. People get strange ideas about other people and then spread them to other people they know. Yeah. Well, as I was just saying, I think a big part of it is just like lack of like communication and like meeting and talking with people who think differently from you. I think is a big part of it. Like, I sometimes think that, because kind of the thing nowadays is like, oh, somebody does something wrong or somebody says or does something we don't like, we're gonna just like cut them off, block them, unfollow them, send them off, cancel them, and that's that. And I feel like that kind of perpetuates a lot of these problems, because then like that person, all they have to talk to are other people who have those crazy ideas. And so of course they're gonna continue to think that way and even go to some intense extremes, because that's all they have to talk to, and it becomes like an echo chamber instead of like actually interacting with other people who have different opinions. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Rolf. Yeah, it just, to me, it just goes to show that, like, those people, they'll be like, I don't really think about that, but it's like, but you kind of do, because otherwise you wouldn't go for that person. You must at least to some extent agree with it. You may just, like, it might be on some unconscious level, but to some extent you must agree, because otherwise you wouldn't pick them. There's other people you can go with. But yeah. I always think about, like, there's tons of stories of people who are like, I grew up in these, like, extremist families, extremist cults, and all that kind of stuff, and then they go to a like university or go somewhere else, and they get surrounded by other people, and they learn differently, and they become better, and they leave that behind. And to me, like, that could happen a lot more if people gave people a chance, you know, instead of just like, I'm not going to even interact with people who disagree with me. Because as I said, I feel like it just makes it so that those people will just continue to perpetuate those extremist beliefs, because all they have to talk to are other extremists. So, yeah. Yeah. Rolf, it's like, the lesser of two evils sort of thing, but I don't know. It's like, should we really have to just be okay that it wasn't that terrible thing, but instead this terrible thing? I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, it's a struggle. Yeah. I mean, it's just so crazy how, like, some people are like that. There was a video the other day that I watched from one of my favorite channels, Curtis Connor. He watched, like, this lady who claimed to have found a way to cure people's eyesight. And it was like through doing all these like exercises and stuff that was like, oh, you just gotta take off your glasses, and if you believe hard enough, your eyesight will get better. And it's like, okay. Okay, sure, Jan. But it's just crazy. I saw that Hi, Lives Meeting. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How's it going? Look harder. Yeah, exactly. Like, basically, she was trying to say that the reason people need glasses is because they're tricked into thinking that they need them. And that's why, like, if you think that you don't need them, then you don't need them. And then she goes on to say, but you should get like these blue light glasses. And I'm like, well, so you're still wearing glasses? What are you talking about? But yeah, Rolf, it's like, there's definitely like a lot of those where they like run these cults and they don't actually believe in that stuff, but they know that it'll get them lots of people and who have a lot of money and they're just utilizing it for that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing good, life. You can find anything if you look hard enough. I've been believing I'm not colorblind for years, still hasn't worked. Oof. Oof. Oof indeed. But yeah, that video is crazy. I'm like, I can't believe some people think like that. Dang. Like, the only thing that was helpful that she, like, mentioned in the video was there was, like, these exercises where, like, you move your eyes around and stuff. And, like, that actually I can see being, you know, a help. Because a lot of times, like, you know, there are muscles in your eyes and all that stuff, and it does get strained, and sometimes, like, doing this and, like, looking far away and all that can be helpful. But all the other stuff that she said was just bonkers. I blame Peter Pan for teaching people anything they believe hard enough becomes real. Yeah. 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 True. Very true. Many people just don't ever grow up and think differently. Like, so the other day I was talking to one of my coworker friends, and he was telling me about, like, these struggles he's had all his life with, like, anxiety and stuff, and how he's, like, realized that over the years he's been, like, using a lot of recreational drugs and stuff to, like, alleviate that, and he's been, like, trying to get off of that, but he's worried that, like, you know, along with that he still has the anxiety and stuff. And I was suggesting, like, maybe you should talk to your doctor and, like, look into doing something like I do, where I take anxiety pills and things like that to help with it. And he responded, like, I get that, but I don't want to be reliant on a medication. And I said, well, would you say the same thing to somebody in a wheelchair, that they're reliant on a wheelchair? And he's like, oh. And then after I said that, like, later, I was like, you know, I said that, but there are a lot of people out there, including that lady in that video, who would say, like, oh, they just need to try harder and they wouldn't need a wheelchair. But yeah. Well, at least we still have Santa. Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely, Rolf. Absolutely. Maybe these far-right politicians are just populists who see backing right-wing fear-mongering nonsense as their ticket to getting elected. They're con artists. Exactly. A lot of people, especially who have, like, gone through all the education and stuff, like, know that it's not true, but they still go for it because they know it will get them money. But yeah. Yeah, like, basically life, like, we all need accessibility stuff. Like, accessibility is something that everybody to some extent needs. Like, technically, you don't need to have stairs to get to a second floor of the building. You could probably climb, but that wouldn't be very accessible. We all kind of utilize stairs. We all kind of utilize, like, cooking equipment and things like that. Like, we all have different accessibility features. There's not a single person on this planet Earth that doesn't utilize some sort of accessibility feature. And of course, some people need, like, different types of things than others, but we all utilize them. And certain medications, like what I take with Zoloft for, like, anxiety issues and all that, are just another form of accessibility, making me at the same level as other people who don't need to take it. That sort of thing. There's some global crises going on, and fear about those is getting magnified by mass media. That's an environment populists thrive in. It's true. It's true. It's very, very true. I'm with your friend. I've never been one for medication, didn't want to be reliant on it. Yeah, no, I totally understand. But I've never heard that argument before. Yeah, I mean, because here's the thing, life. I was also telling that friend that I used to be in the same boat where I didn't want to take, because I knew I had a generalized anxiety disorder since I was like a little kid. Like literally in elementary school, I already knew I had that issue, and it's because my dad had worked with like at the Topeka State Hospital and also for schools specifically for kids who couldn't be in a regular school environment. So he worked with a lot of kids with various like mental health issues and things like that. So he knew the signs as soon as he started seeing them from me. And he was, because of that, unlike with most parents that, you know, are totally against therapy, totally against like doing all that kind of stuff because of like issues and all that, like my dad was pretty supportive of it. Like he was always kind of pushing for it even. And I was fine going to therapy, but the idea of like taking medicine kind of scared me because one, like the reliance, but also two, I was afraid that if I started taking stuff that I wouldn't be the same, because a lot of shows, TV shows, movies and stuff kind of portray like the idea of like, oh, if you take the pills, you become like a shell of your former self and things like that. And I was like terrified of it. So actually there was a time in high school when I started taking it for a little bit and I got freaked out by how weird I was feeling during like the first 2 weeks. And so I stopped taking it, and then I didn't do it for a while. And then in university, I couldn't pass my driving test, and because I would get like too freaked out during it. And it made me realize like I can't do this anymore. There needs to be a change. And so I started taking, finally, like fully going on to my Zoloft prescription, and I'm still like the same person as I was before. I still get anxious about things, but now it's like there's a part of me that goes, okay, like chillax. Like I won't freak out as much if it's not really necessary, that sort of thing. And I kind of learned that, you know, it's just another part of life. Like we all need certain things, and I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to like need those accessibility features. And that's also why it's so important that those things be available for people that need to use them. And luckily with things like Zoloft and whatnot, it's not something that has been like targeted by pharmaceuticals to be like super expensive. But yeah, I took Prozac for depression, despite it being the one antidepressant that's not supposed to make you fat. But medication is very personal, different stuff works for different people. And I think the other reason, everybody's bodies is different. Like we all have unique bodies that react to different things differently, which is why, like, I've heard this many times from like one of my favorite doctors that I follow on YouTube, Dr. Mike, and I 100% agree with it. You should never say like, this is what worked for me, it will 100% work for you, because you just can't know that. We all have different issues. We all have unique bodies that react differently to different things. You can't know for a fact that something will work if you take it. You can't know that, oh, like, this pain med will relieve the pain, or this, like, diet will absolutely cause you to lose weight, or things like that. Like, you don't know. So you can say that something might work, that there's a possibility of it, that this may work for you because it worked for me, that sort of thing. But you should never say, I 100% guarantee that this thing will work. Not just because you can't know that, but also because when it inevitably doesn't work for somebody, they end up feeling like they did something wrong, or that there's something wrong with them, and it ends up dashing, like they'll get their hopes up just to be like completely, you know, just have it completely dashed. And that's an awful feeling, especially if you're suffering from pain and whatnot, you know. But yeah. Yeah, no, exactly, Rolf. That's exactly what I was, like, saying, is that, like, it's different for every individual. And I would never say, like, just because Zoloft worked for me, you absolutely should take it too. Just that, from my experience, it is something to possibly look into more than anything else, or something similar to it. But yeah, I think another part of it is that like, at least for me, like, the medication I take apparently doesn't really cause that much weight gain either, yet I have also gained weight over the years. And I think a big part of that is less about the medication itself and more about the fact that since I don't, like, before I started taking Zoloft, because of, like, my anxiety and whatnot, I never wanted to eat, really. Like, I ate, like, once per day, and that's it, because I never really felt all that hungry because I was constantly anxious all the time. And as soon as I started taking Zoloft, I could actually eat whole meals. Like, I never could do that before, of just, like, going out to eat and being able to eat everything on my plate. And I think that has led to a lot of the weight gain. So it's, like, less, for me at least, it was less directly because of the pill and more because now I wasn't as anxious, so now I could eat more. But that's at least what it was for me. But yeah, definitely every person reacts differently to these things, and you kind of have to have a balancing act. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, Rolf. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't really have, like, that much behavioral changes besides, like, less anxiety. But that, of course, has led to me actually being able to eat food, which I wasn't able to do before. But yeah, I would say, I would definitely suggest maybe trying something else since Prozac didn't really work too well for you. But, of course, you never know. You never know. You can only try things and hope for the best because we all have different bodies. But that's why, also for that friend, I just said, like, you should maybe look into medications and stuff. And that, not that it would actually 100% do anything, because we're all different. We all have different bodies. You never really know. But yeah, I definitely, though, do want to kind of fight against a lot of the notions that people have that you should live, that nobody should have to take any medication, and that we should all be able to live our lives without stuff like that. It's like, I mean, technically we don't need microwaves, we don't need refrigerators, we don't need stairs, we don't need wheelchairs, we don't need glasses. You can still live without all of these things, but you're not gonna have a great time. Like, there's a reason we've developed all these things. We all need accessibility to some extent, and that's gonna be different thing for everybody. I don't have a microwave and it's fine. Dang, see, can't believe this. Oh boy. But yeah, anyways, yeah, if you need it for better quality of life, you need it. Yeah. You can take my dishwasher for my cold dead hands, though. Understandable. Yeah. Exactly. Anyways, Rolf, are we ready for more colors and malices? The colors and the X's and the malices and all that stuff. I think we have like 2 more chapters to go through or something, I think. What, you want to actually play a game? I know, right? Not just sit here and talk for 5 billion years. Like, this is the thing. Like, a lot of times on VN night, I don't really talk all that much, and sometimes because Zach doesn't really see my Monday streams, he's often like, Anya like never talks during streams, and I'm like, nah, I can talk a lot during a stream. It's just normally I don't feel the need to on VN nights because there's so many of us. It's like there's not really a necessity for it, whereas on Mondays I'm like, heck yeah, I'll jabber away and blah 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 blah. Let me grab water and such. Okie dokie. No worries. Too much chaos in VN nights to get a word in. Exactly. I'm just like chilling, like hanging out there in VN night. I also feel like sometimes I just get mind flooded during it as well, where like sometimes because of how like much stuff is going on, I'm just like my brain can't take it, and so I just go silent because of that too, because I'm like my brain overloaded. Overloaded right now. But yeah. Yeah, we're on chapter 5, and I think we have like it ends on chapter 6. But yeah, so we're getting there. Who knows? We may finish like after next stream or something. Who knows? We'll see how long these chapters take. I don't really remember. It's been so long. Oh, also speaking of Automate, another Automate game from Automate just came out recently called Verce Evermore. That looks really cool. The art style looks amazing, and I can't wait to play it. I'm planning on playing it soon. I just haven't gotten it yet. But soon. I believe in the dream. Yeah, let me actually turn this off, and then I'll pull out the collars and their malices. Where is it? Where did I put it? Oh yeah, it's right here. There we go. Oh yeah, they should probably... There we go. There we have it. But yeah, last time we were all in the park fighting against that one guy who had some pretty good points actually. And then he ran off and there was a bunch of explosions. So we got like one of the best pictures in this game of like Okazaki carrying us bridal sidle through the flames that I honestly do love a lot. Let me see. Oh my gosh, I forgot that this was a thing. You have like the short stories and everything. I forgot. Event, movie, end list, voice recorder. What the frick is voice recorder? I don't think I've ever checked the screen. I was hoping to see like the images and everything, but like what? Event, what's this? Oh yeah, okay, the event is the images. But yeah, we can see it here. Let's go. Look at this. I love this image so much. It's so good. One of my favorite images in the entire freaking game. It's just so good. Yeah. Actually, what the heck is movie? Oh, I see. Like those. Okay. Background music. Oh, you can... So this is... Okay. Yeah. Endless, which we'll probably have nothing for because we haven't even gotten an ending yet. Voice recorder. What the heck is this? Will we get one of these after an ending? Maybe. Situation. Yeah, I know this is like one of the extra things you get after an ending.
Hello?
It's Rolf! Hi, Rolf. How's it going?
Alright.
Hecky. I'm just
I kind of want to eat the rest of the... I made some food that was nice. Now I want to eat the rest of it, but it's for Wednesday.
I see. Yeah. No, I totally get that. That's been happening a lot for me, right? Because, like, we made a bunch of food for Thanksgiving, so we've been eating it over the course of days, and
yeah.
it's constantly like, oh, I would like to eat some more. Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, there's turkey sandwiches.
Yeah. Nom, 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 nom. So, do you remember what happened last time?
Everything exploded.
Yeah. It was a good time. But yeah,
I wonder how much time you spent putting all those explosives everywhere.
I know, right? Like, there were so many, and it just set off the whole park. Like, that whole park is gone. That whole park is dead.
Surely someone would have noticed someone just placing 200 bombs in the
Yeah, like,
park.
what the heck? Like, someone would be just walking through the park, and you just see that guy, like, just, like, sitting, like, digging in the dirt and throwing a bomb in there. Like,
How did he get out? There's a pretty high chance of accidentally blowing yourself up.
yeah, I have no idea. He's just that good. Like, the fact, I still can't get over the fact that it's literally canon that for some reason Kei Okazaki can, like, sense that there's bombs around. Like, I don't know, how can you do that? Like, I can understand, like,
This danger
sensing...
sense.
Yeah, like, I could understand, like, sensing, like, somebody's, like, intent, like, killer intent or something like that. Like, that makes sense to me. There's plenty of people who can do that. But, like, sensing, like, a bomb is nearby, like, oh, I shouldn't go that direction. There's a bunch over there. Like, how do you know? Is this, like, Minesweeper? How would you
I
know?
guess the reasoning is like he's so experienced that he's like, oh, if I was putting bombs everywhere, I put them there or something like that. But
Yeah, he's like, oh, it's instinct. I'm
still.
like, okay. I guess he, like,
Scenes in the
set
future,
off.
I
I guess he set off, like, a couple, and he's like, well, since they're like this, there's probably, like, 20 more over there. Crazy. Anyways, we're at the start of chapter 5 now, and apparently we're in the investigation room after all of that.
Who's this guy again?
This is the head of investigations who knows Yanagi, that we said was on Team Yanagi.
Right, I don't remember his voice at all. Oh,
He has, like, a deep, like, gruff voice. He's like, any leads on Keisuke Sanjo, like that sort of thing.
Alright. Any leads on Keisuke Sanjo?
Not yet! We're intensifying the manhunt at Shinjuku Garden!
He used to be traffic cops. We've got way too many enemies on the inside. Morioka, your irritation isn't helping. I know, but even if we capture Adonis's agents, their memories are wiped and we can't get a food. Their memories are wiped? What the hell?
Yeah.
X Day is right around the corner. We can't afford to be spinning our wheels now.
Yeah, this is another thing that I think is, like, kind of went into more in one of the other routes, but we've kind of been seeing, like, some hints of it in this route, that basically, when, like, people who, like, the reason Adonis can't really be captured is because anytime that they're capturing, like, any of these suspects, they just, like, completely forget everything that had happened to them. Like, they just, their memories get wiped. And there is, like, I feel like I remember that there was, like, something, like, put into their brains or something that, like, activates, like, when like the Zero wills it, like the guy who leads it all. Like he's like, "Oh, there you go. Now you're
Memory wiped you.
yeah." And that's why, like, remember when the girl from the start, like, she was brought in, she was all, like, crazy, being like, oh, I've changed because I've met the love of my life and all that stuff. Yeah. And then when she was brought in, like, her memory was wiped, so she was like, I have no reason to live. I'll never meet anybody. So obviously she had completely forgot about the guy.
Rip.
Yep.
I'm sorry about that, but I have some news that may you. Alright, still have to warm up clearly. But I have some news you may find interesting. What? Nani? It's about that SP, Kei Okazaki, the one who was watching her. I believe he's been falsifying his reports recently. Are you saying he's double-crossed us?
He's like, whoa, Morioka, what happened to your voice?
Oh, right. I think I got them confused. Oh,
no
geez,
worries.
I'm tired.
No worries.
I don't know if he's connected to Adonis, but it's clear he knows something about her that we don't. Most likely, Assistant Inspector Okazaki is attempting to protect his charge. Doesn't help that neither of their mouths open when they talk or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, like
or that the text boxes are like they're shifting directions but in the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean that.
Like the box on the right now,
Yeah.
but it's the guy on the left.
Yeah, it's like it's such a like weird thing, but like nowadays, like this visual novel I think came out like 2016 originally or something, like on the PSP or PS Vita, something like that, and then was like ported to the Switch. And sadly, like no mouth flaps or anything like that, but like some like latest ones just some years later now have like mouth flaps and all that stuff, and it's like, whoa. The skills.
Fine then, I'll check up on them later.
I know, right? Life's meaning PSP, a retro console. I mean, the thing is, it is a retro console at this point, and that's kind of scary to think about.
I always thought the PSP was so cool. But I never had one.
I have one, actually. I have a Sony PSP 1000. And
I remember there was a thing where some of the models, they could shoot the discs out.
Really? That's awesome. I didn't know that.
That's where the meme, like it's not a bug, it's a feature, comes from.
Oh, I see. That's amazing. Yeah, if you need to dispatch a person who's broken into your house, just like shoot.
Exactly. Shoot the disc. A lethal mini disc.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I own one, and I have Persona 2 Innocent Sin on it, which is pretty rad.
Oh.
Yee. Honestly, like the PSP really did get the short end of the stick because it is a good console. I don't know why it didn't really gain much traction. Maybe it just was the wrong time or whatnot.
Maybe it was expensive or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, because like
I remember
now
someone showed me the what's it called, the Final Fantasy fighting game, it's like a 3D arena fighting game. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
It just looked really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. The PSP is just I don't know. Like it was a good console, and it still like baffles me that like apparently it was popular in Japan, I think. Or no, the PS Vita.
Cool. Yeah.
The PS Vita was popular in Japan, I know, but not over here. And it's like nowadays, like we have the Switch and all that, and that's like super popular. And I was like, maybe the PSP was just ahead of its time. Like we just weren't ready for it.
Perhaps. Anyway, this is an emergency. We don't have time to just focus on the past. I want all resources on finding Adonis's HQ. Use whatever means necessary to root them out. See, now his mouth is open.
Yep.
Also, are there any new developments from investigating the captured suspects?
We searched their home phone and internet records, but everything had been cleaned. We found nothing of note. It's certain that Sugawara was receiving commands from her implanted microchip. There we go. That's the thing. When Rika Sugawara was examined after her arrest for the arson incident on December 8th, this microchip was found near her neck. The chip was a sound receiver transmitter thought to have been implanted by Adonis. So, see, I was telling you that there was like a chip or something that like wiped your brain out afterwards. But cybercrime hasn't been able to locate the source of the transmissions. We're taking down known suspicious religious cults and inter-government groups, but there are no indications any of them are connected to Adonis. Ever since Adonis was dismantled 2 years ago, details on its remnants have been hazy. That's all we have to report.
So we've got nothing. Well, I haven't heard from Inspector E through Z yet.
Yeah, we gotta wait for all of those.
There seems to be some kind of commotion.
Oh, is this when the explosions? Yeah, the whole entire place has exploded.
Chief, what are you doing here, sir? Oh, I will personally be taking command of the XD investigation from this point.
Oh, yeah, no. Now we remember this. This guy comes in and is like, now I'm the one.
He's probably part of Adonis or something.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in investigations. Command is wondering how long you will allow this chaos to continue. My own dignity is at stake here. It's way more important than any people dying.
Yeah.
If the damage spreads any further, the police stand to lose all public credibility. Uh-huh. First, let me address all the monthly XD cases up until November.
Everybody in here is like, we've literally been working on this day in and day out. We don't need to hear this from you, buddy.
Yeah. Whichever of these crimes are unsolved, you are to arrest suspects immediately. Just pick someone randomly from the street. Wait a minute, sir. If it were that easy, the investigation would still be ongoing. We've included this in the reports, but every one of the captured perpetrators has had their memories erased by Adonis. I don't care. I'm sure you have some likely suspects. This is an emergency. There's no time to be concerned with nonsense. Come on. Like conflict efforts. I don't care about facts or truth.
This is like, we laugh, but the sad thing
Put some
is...
people on the gallows already.
We laugh, but the sad thing is there's so many people who would literally say this.
Yeah. It's so stupid because it's not just about like just one case needing to be closed. This is like an ongoing thing with an active threat in the nearby future. So it's just like arresting random people is not gonna do anything.
Yeah. Sir, I know you're the chief, but have you arrested anyone before?
So you want us to arrest anyone that we haven't completely ruled out? Correct. I'm sure that the talented officers of Section 1 have narrowed down their searches to people of interest who had strong motives. I hear you suspect Ogata from May due to his grudge from his mistaken arrest, as well as the bereaved for that student suicide.
They're like, are you okay, Mr. Chief, sir?
I'm having a stroke right now. But I don't care. It's fine so long as you feed the public a compelling reason for the arrests. Erased memories don't erase their guilt.
I mean, it kind of does. In their minds, at least.
But all those people have solid alibis for the crimes they're linked to. You think I care about evidence like that? Make them less solid? Oh my god. Just put them in a microwave for a bit. They'll go liquid fast enough. Do whatever you have to, just arrest them. Nani the fuck? Chief, I understand your reasoning, but you're asking us to undermine this investigation. Rounding up suspects on our fabricated charges will result in arrests that won't stick, and a cite more terrorist act. I don't care. It's just a response to everything.
Yeah.
Our priority right now is to root out Adonis' leadership and dismantle the group. Adonis' leadership? Do you have any ideas about him? Actually, I don't care. Just arrest everyone in the world. Then we'll have them for sure. We're currently determining their organization.
Yeah, like this guy is like, oh, you don't know who they are. You might as well just arrest everybody who might be a suspect. And it's like, what? We just put everybody in jail. Arrest me! Put me in jail!
It's now the time to be taking it so easy. I mean, my god, you don't know how hard these fuckers are working.
Yeah, like what the frick?
In the eyes of the public, the X-Day crimes are being committed by people who are so terrible that even the police can't touch them. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, it is correct. You're right. That is what's going on.
Of course, we are being blamed for our inability to prevent the attacks, but hatred for the terrorists is still stronger. With a terrorist organization of this scale, this is no longer only the police's problem. Thus, rather than trying to prevent terrorism, capturing any criminals we can should help restore the faith of the public. Yeah, for like 10 seconds.
Yeah. When people see that it's still
real
ongoing.
criminals will-
Yeah.
Yeah. I disagree. The priority is to stop terrorism. The lives of citizens are at stake.
Yeah, dude. Stop
No,
caring
my
about...
reputation is more important.
Yeah, he comes in
don't
with all of
care.
his little... Look at all of his little... awards and stuff on his chest. He's like, oh, I'm so special.
Well, dead citizens can't blast me on Twitter, so that's fine. And what if you fail again? Will you let the credibility of the police fall into ruin?
And the credibility wouldn't fall to ruin if you did this. I feel like this would make people
Yeah.
hate them even more. Like, this is what Adonis wants, is they want the police to do
Yep.
this stuff so that the credibility gets even lower. Like, the whole point is to expose a lot of these issues, and you're literally playing into their hands by doing it.
Yep. Of course, we'll investigate the past incidents, but stopping terrorism is our top priority. We won't compromise on that. I can't allow you to futilely divide your forces to accomplish lesser objectives, like saving people and that sort of nonsense.
Yeah, I would be, like, futile, like, saving people.
Futile. Forgive my bluntness, Chief, but you're prioritizing honor and face over the lives of people. That's not the police's mission.
Yeah, Morioka saying it like it is. Yeah.
All it is now. Actually, it always has been. What did you just say? It's not insulted, it's literally just news to him.
Yeah, he's like, what? What do you mean?
What the fuck are you on about? You know what you signed up for? Calm down, you two. You may have a personal dispute, but this meeting needs to move on. We'll keep working in here, so why don't you two come to terms outside? Like the squabbling children you are.
Yeah. He's like, come on, kids.
I mean, just go cool off for a minute. Sorry. Just who do you think you are? Pretty insolent for a mere commissioner.
Yeah.
And that's it for today's meeting. Individual orders will be given out afterward. I apologize for my rudeness, sir. Let's continue this elsewhere. Perhaps somewhere where security cameras can't see us.
Yeah, so we can beat you up.
Yeah. Oh, Morioka, before that, one thing. What? Someone new will be joining us. I think we should have a talk with him about her. Eh? Who's this guy again?
It's Yoshinari, Okazaki's subordinate.
Oh, that guy. Why am I here? Sorry to keep you waiting. Could we ask a few questions? No.
He just walks out.
Yeah. What? No. Fuck you.
I don't know. Stop, Mr. Okazaki. How many times have I told you to sleep?
I command you to sleep right now. I'll be fine, I said. It doesn't hurt, and it'll heal fine without sleep.
A night had passed since the Shinjuku Garden event. I wonder if this is... I did pay attention if it showed Okazaki there at the change. So this might be Okazaki talking? Or no. So I visited. Okay, no, this is Ichika. I submitted a general incident report and got some time off, so I visited the hospital. When I arrived, I heard voices arguing from the hospital room. Don't tell me.
I have permission from my supervisors, and I'd personally like to leave too.
But... Excuse me, may I come in? I could assume what they were arguing about, so I interrupted.
Alright, they got shot.
Yeah, it burned and got explosions all around him and everything, and he's like, I'm fine. I can
Basically, his
leave.
whole back is gone just from the explosion.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okazaki's face lit up like a blooming flower when he saw me. I was relieved that he was in good spirits, but I could only return a vague smile.
Are you okay? Did you get the day off?
I only had some minor burns, but they asked me to rest for now.
Well, you worked really hard, so you should take a break. Don't I always tell you not to push yourself so hard? Look who's talking.
Yeah, that's my line.
Huh? But my life has no value, unlike yours. We've been...
Oh no, Okazaki! Are you acquainted with Mr. Okazaki? But what do you mean? Yes, I just was talking to this man and I just knew his name, but I don't know him. And he knew my name, but he doesn't know me.
we're not acquaintances, we're lovers.
I've told him. Yeah, I'm just like still swallowing.
Oh yeah.
I've told him he can't leave, but he won't listen. He was just wounded yesterday. Can you tell him he even got changed on his own?
He didn't even let me take his clothes off. I was looking forward to that all day. Explain to the nurse that I'm perfectly fine. You know that, don't you? No.
The conversation went as I expected, and I returned their questions with silence. Then, I turned to the nurse. I'm sorry, but could we have some privacy, please?
No.
Very well. Please watch over him so he doesn't run away. And call me if you need anything. Thank you.
Oh, I would like, in that case, I would like a soy latte, please, with caramel.
I watched her go and then turned my attention back to Okazaki.
Ah, that's one strong nurse. When I tried to leave this morning, she forcibly dragged me back in here.
I see. Here, Okazaki, these are for you.
Wow, pretty flowers. Thanks. Oh, but I'm about to leave, so I guess I'll take them home for decoration. I'll put them in the alley with the rest of them. I gave you flowers before, but now I'm getting them back. It's just the same flowers, though.
Yeah.
Now we match.
I just stared silently at Okazaki as he happily chuckled.
Oh, it's the exact same kind of flowers I gave you. How fun. Yeah. Took a lot of time to find the exact same ones.
Yeah. Crazy.
Ichika, what's wrong? Are you in a bad mood?
No. I wasn't angry. I was relieved to see him so cheerful. It was like as if the events of yesterday had never happened.
It was yesterday, oh my god.
Yeah,
He
but
literally got shot.
yeah, and burned and everything, and he's like, I can go. Goodbye, guys.
I'm discharging myself.
But he's pushing himself too hard. His smile and skin tone were worse than normal. Even on painkillers, he still had to be in pain. Of course it hurts. He was wounded so badly. Yet he was smiling as he always did. Until yesterday, I might have thought that Okazaki was just being himself. But now it all felt so wrong to me. Have a seat, Okazaki. We need to talk.
My name is Jimenez. Okay.
Okazaki tilted his head curiously and sat down on the bed. He beckoned me over and I sat next to him. There aren't any other patients here, I think. Tabune. Then I could speak calmly. I took a deep breath. First, thank you so much for yesterday.
What's up, dog?
Yeah, it's like up dog.
What is up?
And I'm really sorry that you got hurt because of me. I dipped my head apologetically and heard him reply in a wry tone.
Don't apologize. You did nothing wrong. I just made a small mistake. I misjudged your position and let you move into Sanjo's angle of attack. I'd considered the things he might try, but I didn't think about traps or explosives. I guess I'm getting rusty.
I didn't expect that he would set up bombs throughout the entire park. Who would have thought? I can't believe I've done this.
I'm the worst of all time.
Even as he berated himself, there was something happy about his voice. It was heartrending.
But I'm glad you weren't hurt too badly. I'm glad I was able to protect you. Sanjo got away, but we still have his trail. We'll just have to try harder.
Before that, I have something to ask you.
Yes?
Why are you going so far for my sake? Why are you literally putting your life on the line to protect me?
Well, isn't it obvious? My life is worthless, and yours is not.
Oof.
What do you mean? I'm SP. It's normal for me to risk my life to protect someone I've decided to protect. Might seem weird to you, but everyone in the SP is exactly not exactly like you, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, Okazaki. I think you have some mental problems that you need to deal with. Some PTSD.
I think most of your colleagues are literally like begging for a chance to throw their life away to save someone.
Yeah, like it's like it's a part of the job, but like they're not like, oh, I hope I can do this.
It's more like a risk of the job than something that's like a goal.
Yeah. Is that true? It's true that an SP officer risks his life to protect his principal. I guess his or her life to protect his or her principal. That's not what's strange to me. But you seem to overemphasize the risking your life part of the job over the part where you protect other people, Okazaki. I'll ask you one more time. Why are you risking your life for me?
Because I want to die. You asked me the same thing yesterday.
Yes, back then. No, we remember. Yeah, we asked. That's what you said. What did you mean?
I meant exactly what I said.
Exactly.
Don't worry so much about it.
I'm gonna
Just
worry.
a little bit of suicidality.
Yeah. He laughed bitterly, perhaps noticing my growing suspicion.
I'm full of life. That's the problem. We have new intel. Yesterday was really productive. So why don't we keep at this like we've been doing? I won't tell you again. You didn't fail.
Yeah, you literally didn't fail. You protected us. Unless you mean that you failed because you didn't get killed.
Yep. I think that's it.
Don't try to hide it. You won't be able to work like you could before. Please answer me honestly. I don't think I can work with you anymore if I don't know the whole truth. My mind was a swirling miasma of doubt and uncertainty. If I couldn't clear them up, then I couldn't stay by his side the way I did before.
Okay, so...
I watched him sigh in resignation. I quietly took a deep breath. Okazaki, I don't want to ask. Okazaki, do you really not care if you die while protecting me? I bluntly stated my question, and I wanted to cover my ears so I couldn't hear his reply.
Well, I care a lot. In fact, I really, really want to die protecting you.
Yep.
That's right.
That's
right. I don't...
Ding, ding, ding! You got it!
Bingo.
He calmly affirmed my worst fears.
You see, I want to die protecting you. I don't understand what's so difficult to get about this.
His smile didn't crack. It was as gentle as ever. He said the words that I least wanted to hear. What are you talking about?
The fuck are you saying?
Yeah, he was like, oh, you want to die, right? I recalled Sanjo's words. I hadn't understood what he meant back then, but now I made the connection. What if he... Okazaki, do you want to die?
I don't want to die in vain. There's no value in a meaningless death. I just want to meet an end that has meaning.
I didn't want to understand. He wasn't saying that he was prepared to risk his life to protect me. He was protecting me because he wanted to die? That's why you protected me? You knew Adonis was targeting me and that I was chasing them, so I'd be in danger. I was someone worth protecting in his eyes. In other words, someone that would be in dangerous situations. He was protecting someone who was high risk in order to die. An honorable death? Just for that?
Yep, no other reason at all. No, I don't want honor or glory. I want to die protecting you.
Because I'm a VIP.
Not just that. You said you'd never run away from a challenge. You won't give up midway, that's what's important. Unlike me.
Oh no, he may have been complimenting me, but it didn't resonate that way at all. Before he had said... I'm just skipping all the back scenes. That was his raison d'etre. I never know how to pronounce it as raison d'etre. Raison d'etre.
Raison d'etre.
Yeah.
But if you want to be really pretentious. Ichika?
This entire time, I misread him. His vacant eyes weren't merely peaceful. They were glooming, longing for death. That doesn't make me happy.
The fuck? I don't understand.
If that's why you're protecting me,
not make you happy?
then I don't appreciate that at all. I was shouting at him. My eyes were downcast, fists clenched in my lap. How could I ever be happy if I caused your death? I'd be tortured by guilt and sorrow.
I don't want to make you sad either. Can't you just, stop caring about me? I don't plan on going down like I did yesterday. I'll protect you until the very...
The end? What end? If I have to lose you to solve these crimes, then what's the point? Even if this is something you wish for, what about my feelings?
You have feelings? That's not good either, but is my wish. I don't care about your feelings. I'm sorry, I know what you're going to say. I don't want to die and make you cry, and I don't want you to be sad. So just don't.
Oof.
But everything will be okay. You'll forget about me soon enough. If this ends with you being sad, that's enough. Wait.
Yeah, what?
I'll give my life to make you sad.
Yeah. How
It's so worth it.
could you?
You're strong, so you'll be fine. You can face the future without me.
So you really don't care what I think about this, do you? It was like all of our time together was crumbling. I was glad he offered to protect me, despite this. He had been kind to me and made me feel safe. I like Okazaki's smile. When my collar had been exposed, I felt depressed for betraying his trust. His seriousness towards his work, his bluntness, his kindness, and his playfulness. When we were together again, I felt like the two of us were growing closer. I want to be by his side. I want to be with him forever, but he's special to me, and yet all this time he'd just been using me to fulfill his wish to die. I don't want someone like you protecting me. Oof. 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 Ichika hitting right where it hurts. Stabbing him. Brutal.
Wait, what?
I thought that I didn't mind being used, but now I couldn't take it anymore.
Wait, don't overreact. I don't know what's so big about this. It's not a big deal. I just want to die in front of you. Make you sad forever. Wait, don't overreact. That's not what I meant.
I don't want to be protected by someone who's only living so they can die.
But you'll really be in danger without someone to protect you.
I mean, sorta. I can also use a gun.
Yeah. Can't you just take advantage of my services to keep yourself alive?
Still.
I'm not actively seeking out danger. It's tough protecting you in your situation. You tried desperately to reach your goals, and I've risked death several times now because of the way you do things. It's all your fault too. Let's add that to this pile. Oh, Jesus Christ. I made you a promise. No matter what happens, you won't run.
Yeah, we've done this, blah, 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 blah.
Whatever my feelings, it's not as if your goals have changed at all, right? Nothing that you need to do is even the slightest bit different.
He had warned me countless times not to forget my goals, not to turn away from reality, to carry out my ultimate goal of protecting Shinjuku no matter what. Just yesterday, I agreed with him, but now... So,
I mean,
we
for
have...
the route we have to say, like, stay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we
We
have
really
to say...
want to say no means no.
Yeah.
But let's not, because then the route is fucked.
Yeah, so we have to say I won't run. I'm not going to run away.
But, good.
But that doesn't mean you have to be there protecting me while I do my work.
Oh.
Yep.
Nani?
I can ask someone else if I need protection, so just leave me alone. I stood up and headed for the door without looking at him. I didn't hear him try to stop me. I can't. I don't want to cry. I dammed off the flood of emotions. It had hurt terribly, like I was rejecting all the kindness he had ever shown me, when I realized that he didn't even hold a fragment of me in his heart. I felt soaked with sadness and anger. You freaked up, dude! You freaked up You freaked up pretty bad.
Look, sir. It's that white cat. And it's in a great mood today. Fuck off. I'm brooding over here. Don't you want to pet it today? It looks like it wants to touch you, sir. Wow, so even you can make gigantic blunders too, sir. Those wounds, and you came to work the next day. It's definitely like you to be running around with wounds like that would kill an ordinary man. But when I heard you got caught in an explosion, I couldn't help but laugh. Oh, sir, were you sleeping while protecting her?
Wow, Yoshinari.
Fucking rip, dude. Dang it, sir, you're so gloomy. Gloomy! Parentheses, gloomy. Why haven't you put me in a headlock yet? What's wrong with you? I want my headlock, damn it. Yeah, I'm not feeling up to it today. You have to headlock yourself, I'm sorry. Oh, you don't look as messed up as you did before, so why are you so down? Ichika, she dumped me.
No.
Miss Hoshino, her again? She's mad at me. All because I want to throw my life away in front of her. Huh? Ah, don't tell me she dumped you. Yeah. Just kidding, that never happened to what? You actually got dumped, sir? Wait, when did you start liking her? Oh, well, it wasn't like that. No. You don't need to explain. Anyone would obviously be depressed. Yes, sir. Yoshinari? Okay, let's go drinking today. I got your back, sir. Just on duty. I'm glad to hear it, but I have to see her. You're going to cling to her after she dumped you? That's kinda sad, sir. Well, that does take some guts, but you're really stubborn, right? Well, what'd you say? Ow! Don't pinch me! Sorry, it's just a reflex.
I love their dynamic so much.
Yeah. Man, you can always muster the emotion to torment me. That's what I love about you, sir. What should I do, Yoshinari? You're asking me? Did you do something to make her angry? More like I said something. Oh, did she ask you if she looks fat in those pants and then you were honest? Yeah, never do that.
Yoshinari knows he's made that mistake.
You've just got no sensitivity, sir. No matter how nice you look, there are some things that you just cannot do to a woman without upsetting her, you know. This isn't really something specific to women. Nope, a woman's heart is a complex thing. Just when you think it's going like a raging storm, it gets all soft and fluffy like cotton candy. Uh-huh. Yoshinari, I'm being serious here. But so am I. Emotional change, huh? I wonder what changed inside her. When you told her that you want to fucking die, I mean, maybe. He just doesn't even understand.
Nah.
Oh, she's a kind girl, so I know she cares about the lives of others. But surely not mine, right? That's absurd. That's why I didn't really want to tell her. I didn't expect her to get so angry. I said something similar to her before, though, but she accepted it back then. What did you say? That's a secret. I can't really help you then. Anyway, you want to make out with her? Make out with her. I mean, make out with yes, that one. Yeah, I want her to feel better. I don't know why she's angry, though. Typically a gift is a good idea, but that might make you look desperate. Besides, if you said something wrong, then shouldn't you give her a sincere apology? But I really don't think I did anything wrong. No remorse, huh?
Yoshinari is amazing.
Yeah. I didn't want to make her feel sad, and I do actually want to apologize for making her angry. You're stubborn, sir. You just refuse to change. That's right, my thoughts won't change. You need to understand that. Just apologize for giving her the wrong idea. If you clear up the misunderstanding, I'm sure she'll forgive you. Misunderstanding. But I was just being honest. Yeah, you should never do that. That's the first mistake. It's possible that I could pass everything off as a joke, but I don't really feel like it. That's unusual. Huh? You're good at misleading people. You don't shy away from lying. If it isn't false in a general sense, that is. Like, I'm not lying to you, you just misconstrued it, right? Yeah, so how about something like that? Just gaslight her, you know? Why can't you resort to using that tactic in this situation? I wonder why. Yeah, just apply the stuff you used against criminals to your romantic life.
Yeah, that'll really be a good idea. Yeah.
I guess I don't want to lie to her. Sir, that's not how relationships work.
I love that he's like, oh, so you don't want to lie to someone, that's because you love them.
Love? What is this word? I've never heard it before.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Just kill me. My cruel and vicious Okazaki doesn't want to lie to the one he loves. I totally get that. Yerg! I told you before! Please don't bitch me! To think she'd get that angry. I thought I'd finally found her. I don't want to part like this. I don't find people this perfect every day. Strong, tenacious, and willing to back down from her goals. I thought it was fine because she was like that. Past tense. Earlier you said you didn't want to give up after being dumped, but now you're bailing out? I'm not giving up, I'm just disappointed. To be unwilling to sacrifice me, going so far as to completely reject my protection. It's not the woman I chose. I was looking for someone just completely ruthless. And
I wanted a villainous.
She would run away no matter what.
Where's my villainous isekai story?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
I can ask someone else if I need protection.
Then that means she's fine with sacrificing someone else. It's not about sacrifice.
Yeah.
It's the difference between, like, someone willing to risk themselves and someone actively wanting to die.
Yeah. But I think what is kind of going on here is it's trying to suggest that it's also because she's fallen in love with him. And so she doesn't want to, like, sacrifice him as well because of that. Whereas before she was willing to utilize him for her goals.
Yeah. Maybe it's not that she's changed her way of thinking then. Then said... That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Then said she'd still pursue X-Day. She hasn't given up yet. But she doesn't want me. Well, Whatever. What she does decide. If I'm no good for her, then she can find someone else. However, I'm still going to apologize to her. Okay. I don't see this turning out well. Good luck, man. Yeah, cover for a bit. Okay, you got it, sir.
It's already the 24th. We're running out of time. Yesterday I gone to visit a sick friend, but I ended up cutting ties with him instead. I kept sighing as I absentmindedly prepared breakfast. I firmly said that I'd turn to someone else for protection, but as a police officer, it was my duty to protect others. Just because I had the collar didn't give me the right to depend on others for help. I had depended on Okazaki. I didn't know how I could help. I didn't know when I'd be killed. I felt anxious and pathetic. Maybe I had been too passive for too long. What should I do now? Hey. We managed to stop one attack, but the situation hadn't improved at all, and Sanjo got away. It felt as if I suddenly lost my bearings and sighed heavily a few times. I think this is brother.
Hey, you listening? Ichika!
Huh? Oh, Kazuki? I jumped at the loud voice and turned to see an irritated Kazuki. Sorry, breakfast is almost ready.
What breakfast? You mean all the burnt stuff?
What?
None.
I'd set bacon to fry in a pan while I began making a salad, and now dark smoke was rising from that pan. How could I make such a basic mistake?
I'm going out anyway. I'll pick up something at the convenience store.
Well, wait,
I'll learn to cook for yourself.
I'll make it again.
You can't cook like that, can you? I don't want to get sick eating something bad.
Sorry. Kazuki's scolding just further deepened my depression. Today, I had to get it together and really focus on my job.
Hey, you going to work today?
Huh? Of course.
You got hurt the day before yesterday, didn't you? Take the day off.
I can't. Besides, it was just a few light burns.
It's not a big deal for the police if an underling like you takes a day off. Besides, you look sick. You look fucking sick, bro. Do you have to throw yourself into danger just because you're a cop? Oh, this is why he's such an asshole to her.
Yeah.
He's worried about losing.
Yeah.
It's tsundere.
He is a tsundere. Like, that's literally his main character trait. Is like, you meet him and he seems really mean and you're like, oh, he freaking hates her. But nah, he does care about her. It's just the relationship is complicated and he's a tsundere. While his attitude was harsh, I could feel genuine concern from Kazuki. I was happy, but something felt different. We ate together every morning, but Kazuki never really said anything to me unprompted while we ate. Kazuki. I looked intently at him. Is he scared? I just figured it out. Sorry. You must be worried too.
What? Baka?
With the way
what now?
Shinjuku is right now, you can't go to school, and now you feel like your own family is in danger. I'm sure you feel uneasy, but I'm always scolding you, and I never really thought about how you must be feeling.
Now you decide to care?
Yeah, you're right. It really is too little too late, but now I want to make things right now. I don't want to expose you to danger. At the same time, I still want to respect your wishes. You've been going out for fun since school is out, but I don't think you're doing anything bad. Is there something that you want to do?
Well, I'm actually in a gang right now.
Kazuki shut his mouth, but I waited for him to continue without saying anything. I haven't provided Kazuki a future where he can live in peace. I've just been pressuring him to live my way. Shinjuku wasn't normal. Day after day, there was heinous crime, and nobody knew who the next victim would be. There was no guarantee that Kazuki and I would live to see the next morning. Adonis X Day would arrive on January 1st. The day was almost upon us.
I don't think anybody knows what happened yesterday.
He murmured his response with uncertainty in his voice, his tone quivering.
I don't know if I'll be alive next year, and I don't think Shinjuku will ever return to normal. But I want to live how I want. I want to do the things I want to do. If I don't, I'll regret it. Like you said, yeah, I feel worried. Staying at home doesn't guarantee I'll be safe. And my friends...
Yeah.
Lately, I haven't been able to reach Akito. He said he was busy with something at home, but I think he's cheating on me. What if something happened to him that made his normal way of life not so normal anymore? I didn't really want to consider it. I want to bury myself in the things I like. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, I get it. But just promise to you this. When you go out, tell me where you're going. And don't walk the streets late at night.
But then how am I supposed to make money if I can't work the streets? So in the end, this was a lecture.
No, it's so that you can keep doing the things you want to do. I'm your big sister, but I'm pathetic. I don't have the power to make the world safe for you right now. But what I can do is try to make it so that you and everyone else can live a little safer. But what's the point in trying to work if I'm worried about you all the time? I'm not asking you not to go outside. Just tell me when you do, please. I didn't know if he really accepted it, but Kazuki responded with a slight nod.
I'm going out then.
Wait, where are you going?
Studio at the east entrance.
A studio?
I play in a band. We're going to practice and record.
I was surprised that he told me, but the details were even more unexpected. I knew that Kazuki liked music. Not long ago, he even played the guitar at home. I scolded him for playing too loud and possibly annoying the neighbors. So he was that serious about it.
I'll let you know when I'm coming home.
With that, he left the living room. I felt slightly vexed, but I turned and called out to him from behind. Good luck, Kazuki. Let's talk about it when you come home. Kazuki didn't answer. I thought he seemed more relaxed as he walked away. I have to get ready. I'd give up on breakfast today. I packed up the rice porridge I'd made earlier and tidied up the kitchen. Then my phone rang from the table. I casually checked the screen, and I was startled to see the sender.
Oh, hi-oh. How are the burns?
Okazaki. Until recently, we texted each other like this daily. But now, I didn't know how to feel about responding to him. The way he said it must mean that he's still concerned about me. But maybe this was just another way that he was trying to use me. I didn't want to believe it could be true, but my chest hurt.
And blocked.
Yeah.
I got released from the hospital today. Can we meet?
I had hesitated to send a reply, and in the interim, another text arrived. He forced his way out, probably. I looked at the screen for a while, and then put my phone away without replying. I have to go to work.
Don't worry, I only killed a few people on my way out.
I slowly got up to change into my uniform.
And ghost.
There's only a week until X Day. What I need to do hadn't changed, whether or not I had Okazaki with me. I had to reduce the number of victims and do everything I could to expose Adonis and remove this collar. I let out several sighs.
Well, that thing's gotta stink by now.
Yeah. Once I changed and got ready, I headed for the door, purse in hand. Well, I mean, she also takes a shower with it and everything, so...
Yeah, I guess that helps.
As I was about to leave, I heard the intercom ring. I had a really bad feeling about this. Yes?
Ichika, it's me.
Okazaki.
You didn't answer my text. I came to your door.
Yeah.
Also, I figured you'd be going to work today. I'll just follow you to the station.
No, thank you.
Are you still mad?
I'm not angry.
You're lying. I can sense your anger.
Your rage. I'm sad.
Because I said those things?
Yes.
I didn't mean it in a weird way.
What does that mean?
I just thought that I'd protect you even if I had to risk my life.
I'm sorry. I'm fine, so please leave.
Okay, sorry to bother you. No, don't come back later.
Yeah. He's coming again? He apologized, but it didn't seem like he was
No, this is
giving up
really
at all.
stalking,
Yeah. Why me? Because I might be of value. Because I would probably be drawn into danger. I understood that. He doesn't have to be that obstinate. I'm sure there are many people like me. I hurt myself the more I thought about it. Okazaki should be gone by now. I'm going to work.
He's definitely following her from the shadows, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oshino, are you okay now?
Yes, thank you for worrying. Mochida, about Sanjo.
Yeah, HQ acted on the intel you gave them. They conducted a resident search of the building in Kabukicho, but it was completely empty.
When the police need to search a private home for clues, they'll perform a resident search. This is usually done by the public prosecutor as well as the judicial police. I see. Honestly, this game makes me realize that I have no idea like how the police works as like an organization. Like it's so complicated actually. Like there's so many different like branches and all that do different things.
He's definitely the most recent perpetrator. He's wanted for questioning, but
He never had a fixed address to begin with, so it'll be hard to track him down. He was a potential leadership figure within Adonis, so letting him slip from our grasp has cost us dearly. First of all, even if the operation wasn't approved, if I'd notified HQ in advance, they could have set up a perimeter around the scene. I can't mislead Investigations HQ anymore. Originally, I thought to explain everything about Sanjo to HQ, explaining that it had begun with a need to investigate the caller. Although there had been no victims in the bombing of Shinjuku Garden, Morioka grilled me pretty hard at the scene. Don't look... Oh, wait, no, that's you.
yeah, in like a lot of police shows, it's just the same characters doing everything.
Yeah, like they do every single aspect of it, yeah. When in reality...
The detectives are also doing the CSI part, and then also like searching houses and interviewing people.
Yeah, even though in real life it's like multiple people all doing those different things. And the weird thing is that like a lot of medical shows that are like more, at least the more accurate medical shows usually focus on like a whole team of people who are all like in different fields and stuff, but you don't really see that with police shows, which I think is kind of interesting. Yeah.
Oh, don't look so down. There's a lot of work to do today.
Yeah. I distractedly did my work, and before I knew it, it was time for lunch. I quickly finished my lunch and looked for a place where there weren't many people. I have to think about what to do next. Actually, we were... Oh, shoot. We were close to a stalemate. Several suspects have been arrested for this month's incident, but all of them had their memories erased. They couldn't tell us anything about Adonis. Right now, the only clue left is my caller. Hey, you're listening now, aren't you? There was no answer, but there had to be someone on the other side. The X-Day crimes are substitute murders, events orchestrated to avenge people who had been wronged in the past. I'm sure that some of the perpetrators have met you and don't disagree with your line of reasoning. The police and the law didn't protect them, so they could do it themselves. You swayed them with that emotional argument. But what comes next? The perpetrators are in custody. No matter how many pawns you have, you'll run out eventually. Besides, the families of the people you've killed and the victims caught in the damage are sure to feel as vengeful as you do. You'll be their targets next. Do you intend to pursue something that's pointless? Then nobody will understand what Adonis's justice means. Japan will never be reborn. Don't you understand that? I didn't expect a reply, but I talked to the caller to help me sort through my own thoughts.
And poison needle.
Yep.
It just made him mad. It's like, ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Of course we understand that. Nani? As you say, it will be difficult for citizens to understand our will given the current circumstances. But the rebirth of the nation is possible.
What do you mean?
Vengeance births more vengeance. Thus it is simple to create a world in which sorrow is reduced to zero, and true rebirth can occur. We merely need to erase the malice which births such feelings. Sure, it's such so simple.
Yeah.
Humans develop malice because they have desire, ego, self-preservation, superiority, and inferiority. Well, we just need to erase it all. Simple as that.
That means they'll erase humanity itself?
But that wouldn't be easy. That is why you were chosen as an experiment for the first step of our plan.
I was chosen?
You've learned the sorrow of the victims and the malice of the assailants. Next, we want you to make your way to us.
Wait. The caller didn't respond again, no matter how many times I asked.
How funny would it be if the caller, like, all this time never actually did anything?
Yeah.
Never had, like, a microphone or poison in it.
Yeah. It would have been funny if it was just for the beginning, and so everyone believed that was the case, and then, like, later it's revealed actually not. It's just, it was only at the start. It's fine. You could have taken it off at any time. I hadn't understood most of what the voice from the caller was saying, but I did know one thing. Adonis is likely plotting some kind of mass murder. There would be no one left to take revenge. This isn't the time to be kicking over stones from old crimes. Unless Adonis was stopped, the damage could spread outside of Shinjuku. I steeled my will and took out my phone. I need your advice, says Asuka. Can you conduct a more thorough scan of the caller than you did before? His reply was immediate.
No. It won't be easy, but your life will be at risk. And your life will be at risk, but it's possible.
Then, please do it.
Wait, are you serious about this? Oh wait, that's
Yeah.
a group chat, right?
Yeah.
Wait, you're serious about this? It's too dangerous. They'll track us. They're sure to counterattack. That's why we haven't touched it yet. Not because we care about your safety or anything.
I'm prepared for the consequences. I just spoke with the caller and it said to make my way to them.
And another, come at me if you think you can. How cocky are these guys?
I think this is the only way left to get a lead on Adonis. What? You can't
Invited
escape!
himself. Hello! Someone ban this guy, please. It's
Yeah.
a troll. Ban bot.
That's not actually him, it's just a porn bot.
Yeah. What's up, Yannicki? Want to buy some followers?
Oh my gosh, that was too real. Suddenly
Did you know there's local singles in your area waiting to be fucked?
Suddenly Okazaki's name appeared as a member of the group chat. Apparently Yanagi had invited. Is he cooperating with Yanagi's team or something? I had told the team that he had found out about the caller.
He's just not even like, how the fuck do you get in here?
Yeah. No,
Well, you
Yanagi
know what,
added
trace the
him.
caller.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, we can't. We've already considered it and decided the option is too risky. We do it only as a last resort.
That made it
Also
clear.
kind of interested in some mill enhancement pills.
Nah, they made it clear that they had been communicating. It showed that Yanagi's team definitely trusted Okazaki. As long as I had this collar, it leaked all of our plans to Adonis. It made sense to work with more people who knew about the situation. I couldn't believe that they had kept this from me as part of a plan.
There's no point if you die.
I frowned at the next message. Says the guy whose dream it is to die protecting somebody. They could have killed me at any time, but they haven't. If they want me to meet them, then I think I should give it a shot. It's time to use our last resort.
The stupid cat has a point. But what if she dies? Then she dies. I don't care. Mineo's right. There's still intel on Adonis's whereabouts. Don't panic. Takuryu, why don't you narrow it down? Did you narrow it down yet? There's fake info that's useful. We're exceedingly short on time.
Other sources. I frowned. I hadn't heard about that. The messages continued.
Sanjo dropped a hint for us at Shinjuku Garden.
My eyes widened. Okazaki's text felt like it was specifically addressing my doubts. Sanjo did?
Sup?
Come to think of it, he said that he didn't want to be arrested and he wants to still play with us. So then he whispered and we didn't know what he said.
Sanjo's hint for us was an underground tunnel. I think that's their hideout.
He didn't want the caller to hear it. What was Sanjo thinking? As new doubts surfaced, replacing the previous ones, another text came.
Hoshino, for now, just come by the office once you get off work.
Okay. I closed my phone and sighed. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't afraid of trying to scan the caller. But if more people end up victimized because I was too scared, Kazuki could be next, or even my coworkers or Yanagi's team, maybe even Okazaki. I didn't want to see anyone else end up getting hurt in my place.
Blah, 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 blah.
I would protect Shinjuku. I would give whatever relief I could to the people who lived here in terror. Those goals hadn't changed, but something did change. My dearest wish. I want Okazaki to live. I really wanted to be with him forever. I wanted to be protected by his gentle smile and his warm hands. But if his protection meant losing him, then it was better not to see him again. Protecting me because he wants to die? I thought I couldn't forgive or understand it. But I realized that I was always thinking about Okazaki. My break will be over soon. Muttering to myself, I remembered one more place I need to go to and ran over there.
It's called the Stockholm Syndrome.
Yep.
You came here just to see me? How do I put this? You're one honest woman.
Shirashi, you've been a big help to me. We prevented Sanjo's attack thanks to you. Thank you for your help.
I just did it because I was curious. So, what is it today?
Huh? I just wanted to thank you.
Not that. You're making a look I've seen before.
Before?
When your heart was somewhere else.
When Okazaki had discovered the collar, we drifted apart. I had been depressed because I thought I'd betrayed him, but now it's the opposite. This time, I was running away from Okazaki. I didn't want to meet him. I didn't understand him. I was the one full of feelings of betrayal.
Might it be about Okazaki?
How'd you know?
So I got it. Well, until midday the day before yesterday, you looked super relaxed.
Did I look that relaxed?
Yeah, totally. Especially when you were talking to Okazaki. I thought it was strange that anyone would get along with Okazaki that well.
What do you mean?
He has a pretty bad personality, doesn't he?
Shirashi, that's exactly the type I always go for.
That's my kink.
Yeah, the trash man, here I come.
I thought it was on par. Yeah. I thought it was on par with me in terms of rubbing people the wrong way. And I work very hard on that exterior. He isn't the type someone like you, who's diligent and sensible, can get a read on.
Okazaki has a bad personality. Why is this news to her?
He literally stalked you. Well, you cut ties with him. Why don't you trade me for him?
Huh?
Well, oh, you've been pretty useful since yesterday. I'm curious about the collar,
It's
too.
not your route, Shirashi. Stay in your lane.
And, it's been a while. I could use a quickie.
Right. Maybe I could get something out of Shirashi since he's so unreserved right now. He wasn't interested in me personally. He wanted to use me. I could work with that angle. No, from the start, Okazaki said he'd protect me for his own goal. I knew that too. We've been together because our interests aligned. I'd stopped thinking of that because of my personal feelings. That kind of makes me feel like I'm doing Okazaki a disservice.
No, Shiraishi.
Eh?
She's mine. Well. Didn't I tell you that you couldn't mock Ichika without my permission?
Okazaki? Where did you come from?
Through the door, like a normal person.
Don't sneak up on people.
I like to pretend I'm normal every now and then. Well, you were talking about something, so I didn't want to interrupt. And yet you did. We were having an important conversation. You were?
I love his face here. He's like, really? Are you sure? Yeah, yes.
Am I being a nuisance? Yes, like you have been the whole game.
Yeah, I won't be tricked by those puppy dog eyes anymore.
Yep, you're totally a nuisance. Anyway, you're getting on me for supposedly mocking me, huh? But aren't you the one making a mockery of her? Her face has been tense ever since you came in. She doesn't want you here.
Shirashi, what are you?
I don't know the reasons, but I've got a keen eye. It's probably your fault, Okazaki.
Oh, dang. He's...
Get wrecked. Oh no, the yaoi hands are coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yaoi hands versus fashion pose.
Yeah. Who will win?
For some reason, you're the one person I didn't want to hear that from. Well, it's my fault, yeah, I know that. That's why, Ichika.
Don't apologize to me.
Eh?
I'll just be frustrated if you do.
Why?
Because, Okazaki, you'll apologize but not change your mind, right? I knew he wouldn't deny it. I just knew it. This man was exceedingly stubborn. No matter what words I use to persuade you, I know that you'll never change on the inside. I've only known you for a short time, but I've at least learned that much, so please, just give up on me. And with that, I turned and left.
Damn.
I'll have to apologize to Shirashi later.
I got dumped again. You've made her quite angry. You think so too, Shiraishi? How unexpected. Well, this might not mean much coming from me, but I'm surprised you can say that. Huh? Nani? You're making a fool of her. I can relate, believe me, but isn't it incredibly obvious to you? I'm not making fun of her. In fact, I chose her because of who she is. She's the type of person who sometimes acts in a manner that even I can't read. A meddling and soft-hearted soul. I doubt she'd ever get that mad for her own sake. Yeah. So, in cases like these, you just need to strike a fabulous pose. Ah, forget it. This would be no fun if I gave you a hint. There's no reason for me to help you. Oh, come on. And here I was thinking that even you had a soft side. That's your own fault. I don't have kindness. It's a weakness that I discarded long ago. I don't know why you're so fixated on her, though. Why don't you try considering her feelings a bit more? I know, strange concept. I didn't expect to hear that from you. Ah, yes, I agree. If I were you, I wouldn't bother. But you still gave me advice, even if it was for your own entertainment. Thanks, Shiraishi. I'll give it a shot. I don't know if he's just an airhead. In these times, both love and passion can become quite intense. Insipid though they are. In that sense, perhaps they make a good match. Well, whatever. Back to work.
Shirashi is like a Shakespeare character in this.
Yeah. He's really funny.
Yeah. In the end, I finished my work for the day while my head was in another place. I have to get it together. I mentally scolded myself and headed to Yanagi's office. This was no time to be out of sorts because of Okazaki. To get close to Adonis, we'd examined the collar. I had readied myself for that. I should forget about Okazaki and concentrate on the problem that lay in front of me now. Yet immediately after that vow, the source of my problems was standing in front of me.
Yeah, you're kind of coming from the same place, going to the same place.
Yeah.
Awkward.
What exactly do you think you're doing here, Okazaki? It's like when you say goodbye to somebody, but you're both walking in the same direction. It's like, yeah, goodbye.
Except this guy is the guy that you're, like, fighting with.
Yeah.
Look, I know you hate me, but I have to go the same direction as you, so...
Yeah.
Hello, Ichika. It's been a little while.
He's so clingy! Yanagi, does Okazaki have to be here?
What happened? Okazaki already knows about the collar, so I don't think we need to hide anything from him.
This request is for personal reasons.
How annoying. Just kick him out then. Oh, did you two get in a fight? You were super tight until recently. Yeah, I made her mad. So it's your fault then, and you're saying she's available now? Yeah, probably your fault. You're guilty. Get out of here. Someone's piling on him. I didn't even say anything yet. Aren't you being a bit too harsh? You did something bad enough to make Hoshino mad, so it's definitely your own fault. Come on! Yoshinari and Shiraishi both told me the same exact thing. Why is everyone saying the same thing? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's true.
Yeah.
I know I was wrong, but I keep trying to apologize.
I don't want an apology. Sorry, but we're discussing the investigation, so please leave.
See? What did you do? I must have been something pretty crazy to get her this mad at you. You assaulted her, didn't you?
What the frick?
Whoa, Kazaki, you didn't. God, that would be incredibly messed up.
They're just saying whatever they want. Before they
I
try.
can't believe you're a fucking pervert, though, Kazaki.
Oh my god. It is true. She does put up with a lot. That's right, Pond. Before they had tried to chase Okazaki off whenever he came to the office. Now they weren't trying very hard to make him leave. Maybe because they were working together. To be honest, just watching this unfold was difficult.
Hey, aren't you being too stubborn?
What? Yeah.
I didn't think you would be that angry about this. If I hurt you, I'm really sorry. She just told you doesn't want an apology.
Yeah.
But we promised each other you don't have to keep running, do you?
You're the one who's being stubborn.
No, this time it's you.
Yeah, I know. We're both
I'm not stubborn. Hey, calm down. Seems I've got no choice. Allow His Honor Mineo Enomoto to exercise his famed jurisprudence. Ah, shut up, Mineo.
And Moto, be quiet.
Even when he's not the one people are mad at, they still hate him.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Sorry.
Anyway, let me be clear, Okazaki. I don't need you to protect me, and more to the point, you don't actually need me specifically, do you? There are plenty of important people who need protection, and no shortage of people in danger. Instead of continuing this argument with me, it'd be faster for you to protect someone else. My heart was breaking from the pain. I didn't want to go this far. Okazaki looked shocked. Soon he dropped his gaze and...
You're right. Why didn't I think of that?
He nodded in agreement. He agreed? I was terribly heartbroken, but still, I felt like I was being made a fool of. See, I'm right, aren't I? It doesn't have to be me at all, so just give up already.
Wait, you're right. It doesn't have to be you, but...
If you understand, then don't make me say it. It hurts.
Wait, it doesn't have to be you, but I don't want that. I want you. I don't really understand it myself, but I don't want to protect anyone. I want you. I just keep imagining your face when you watch me die in front of you. I can't wait to see it.
Oh no! Because I'm convenient, right? His mission had been to observe Yanagi's team. I love that we're having this full-on argument and everybody else is just standing there like watching.
This super private moment.
Yeah, his mission had been to observe Yanagi's team, and I sometimes visited their office. There was no other reason to insist on me. But if you can protect me, then I wouldn't need to come here anymore. In that case, there's no point in you trying to protect me.
No, You try your hardest, you're open and kind. If you feel others' wounds as if they're your own. You work hard and never run, you never give up. Never surrender. That's why I like you.
Oh! Oh! He's confessing to us right here in the middle of the office.
Yep. Whoa! Public confession. Like we're in high school. Yeah, I like you.
I love that this finally has hit him in the head. Like, right at this very moment, he's like, oh, I see it now. I like you. Oh my gosh.
And he just realized it.
Yeah.
Already got dumped twice, and only enough just now realized that he's actually in love. So I don't want anyone else to take care of you. I want to protect you because I like you.
Yeah, Pons, like, the gears turn slowly. Like, you can see the gears, like, grinding in his head as he's like, oh, I like you.
I don't want to make you sad or see you hurt. I want to support and encourage you. It's gonna be hard to do that when you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
I feel that way because of you.
Yep, they got there in the end. So, going on the assumption that you like me...
Whoa! Looked like his move wasn't very effective. What's next?
Like giving
This
like a full
commentary.
sports commentary in the background. Or like watching a soap opera, like, oh, let me get some more popcorn. Are you really saying this?
Dakaru is probably fucking annoyed as hell.
Yeah, he's like, oh god,
Like,
I'm going back to typing.
This fucking bullshit. I just want to solve crimes. Yeah. Well... What did he say? What on earth did Okazaki say? I can't sleep if I don't know.
He's like literally treating it like a TV show right now.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Take your damn lovers quarrel out. I knew
Yeah,
it.
you
It's
knew
fucking annoying.
it. He's like, oh my god, get the frick out. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is why he's my other favorite.
Hey, stupid cat. Did you come here intending to do what you mentioned earlier?
Yes, I did.
It won't work.
Huh? Why? I said I was ready.
Well, your head's obviously full of other things. So how can you possibly be ready? You're trying to say you're prepared for this? Not while you're playing lovey-dovey with Okazaki. Now get things sorted out and come back later. So Zakuza's right.
Yanagi.
Go talk to Okazaki in private. Dump him quick and then come back to me so that we can pick up our
Yep,
Some things really need to be aired out.
as Pon said, everyone shut up, Enomoto.
Yeah. Right now, the two of you can't figure out how to see eye to eye. Try shelving the emotion and see where it goes.
All right.
That's mean, Yaniki. You interrupted the good part.
Does this guy even realize that he's entirely the problem? No. No, he doesn't. Leaving the office, Okazaki and I sat down on a bench in a nearby park. Right, we spoke in this park when we first met. Back when we knew nothing about each other. He'd fallen asleep on my shoulder. Yep. And this is also where the burning incident happened as well.
So romantic.
Yeah, I have been happy when he said it that way. I wanted to be honest with him if possible. Yep, you can still smell the burnt flesh. Later, when our relationship had soured after he learned about my collar, we'd spoken like this again. It's like, this park is where we do everything, I guess.
Because it saves on background budget.
Yeah, the warmth I felt then was nostalgic, but now it made my chest ache. Back then, I was afraid to arouse suspicion or draw Okazaki's ire. I had been happy when he told me I was important. Yeah, I'm lonely. I should use Okazaki to achieve my goals, as he said. I've been doing so, even if I wasn't aware of it. I stopped being able to do it when, internally, he'd become much more significant to me as a person.
In the past, we had a conversation here.
Perhaps while reminiscing about the same memories, Okazaki broke the silence.
Back then, honestly, I don't think I saw you as a person. Oh, wow. You were the ideal vehicle to grant my wish. No, like a Ferrari Testarossa or something.
Oh my
You
god.
would be the person who would let me die. I decided that on my own. It was convenient, like you said. I didn't spare a single thought about your feeling.
He's finally, because of the conversation we just had, the wheels are finally turning in his brain, and he's like, oh snap, I really did frick up, huh? I knew it. It hurt to hear it said directly, but somehow things felt lighter. He hadn't been looking at me. I knew that for certain now.
But now...
After some hesitation, Okazaki looked me straight in the eyes.
I want to think about you. I want to understand your feelings. And I want to find a way for us to be together until I die a violent death in your arms.
Oh no, Okazaki.
I don't want to be with anyone else. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Then are you going to give up on getting your wish?
Nah. I can't give up that easily, but neither can you, right?
Maybe he had finally understood, but that fleeting hope soon turned to ash.
So let's find a way to make both of our wishes come to reality. Yaniki said that's what we should do, didn't he? If you can find some common ground, then we'll see eye to eye again. Yeah, Yaniki wants you to die, so we can take it.
Nah, he is so damn stubborn. It doesn't apply here. After all, our wishes are opposites. Okazaki wanted to die protecting me. I wanted him to live without protecting me. Those goals can both be achieved.
Why don't you keep it at the protecting, but without the dying?
Yeah. But he looked like he wasn't giving in. Okazaki sat there thinking with a serious face. For a while, there was silence. I don't know who this is. Oh, there you are, Okazaki. Suddenly it's Yoshinari, I guess. Suddenly a terribly cheerful voice rang
Coming
out.
in to ruin a glorious moment.
Yeah, I looked up and saw it was exactly who I expected.
Hey there! So, you were here. I was looking for you.
Yoshinari appeared in fine spirits and carrying a package in each hand.
These are bombs. Haha.
Woo! There you go.
Sorry to interrupt. Aw, you should have told me that you made up already. We're right in the middle of that right now. Wait, really? Then I just step in the big time? Oh, step in it big time?
No, that's okay. What about those, Yoshinari? Honestly, it didn't look like we would be getting anywhere, so him showing up helped to relieve the tension. This wasn't the time to be escaping reality, but I changed the subject to Yoshinari.
I'm glad you asked. These are Yoshinari's famous makeup gifts.
Makeup gifts?
Have you two forgotten what time it is? Christmas is almost here. Christmas!
Oh.
The Holy Night's magic will mend shattered hearts. Yes, like fleeting snow.
For those who don't know, Christmas is a big holiday in Japan, but it's considered more like a romantic holiday, kind of like Valentine's Day. It's less like religion or like family focused and more like you go out with your partner and you do stuff and all that.
And you eat cake.
Yeah. And Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, that's right. Yoshinari, you're seriously in the way, so fuck off. Hey, that's cold, man. I'll leave you once I give you these. I got them just for you.
Yeah, KFC is a big thing on Christmas. Yep. Yoshinari suddenly
very successful marketing campaign to
Yep.
change Japanese culture.
Yep. Oh, there's so many of those. Like
God.
the Pocky thing as well, like having a Pocky day. And like I would be surprised if White Day was also a similar instance
The Beers Corporation literally changed the way Japanese people do weddings just so they can sell them engagement rings with diamonds in them.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
insane.
it's crazy. I mean, here's the thing. A lot of things about modern society, not just in Japan, but everywhere, is kind of like based on like people marketing that you need certain things. Like,
Oh yeah.
like,
A lot of things that people think are tradition are just the result of marketing campaigns.
yeah, like, I still remember when I learned that apparently the idea of women like shaving their legs is like a pretty recent practice, and it was done because like shaving companies wanted to have like a reason to market to women, so they were like, oh, you got to shave your legs. Yoshinari suddenly thrust 2 large bags into our hands. Inside were, is this a cake? Fried chicken and champagne. Oh, look at what we were
Hey,
saying. Hey, crackers and oh wait, no, that's you.
Crackers and Santa hats? It's a Christmas gift set! Turn those frowns upside down and let's all be friends once again. Or more than friends.
Fantastic oblivion of society. He seemed to be showing concern in his own way. I love them both so much. I appreciate the sentiment, but we aren't really in the mood, especially Okazaki.
Yoshinari, I'm not trying to be friends, I'm trying to get laid.
What?
Maybe you're right. It's cold out here, why don't we move? Are you hungry?
I am. Should we go back to the office?
Nah, let's give up on this whole investigation thing.
Yeah, let's
Come
just...
to my house and let's fuck.
Yeah, let's just have like a threesome. Let's go. Why?
Your little brother's at home, so doesn't that make my place the opposite choice? Whoa! Sudden home invitation. My love got across.
No, wait a minute.
It's settled then. Give me your hand. It's getting cold.
Completely ignoring both Yoshinari's impressed reaction and my reluctance, Okazaki grabbed my hand. I firmly swatted his hand aside.
Nice.
Yep.
Ichika?
Sorry,
But I was always told that women are easy. You just give them a gift and they forget about any argument you may have had.
I understand. Let's go.
Okay. Yoshinari, thanks. Now fuck off. Don't mention it. Looks like you have your work cut out for you. Good luck.
I'm sorry for making you worry, Yoshinari. I'll give you a proper apology later.
I have to thank you too. You can join for some karate training. Gah, no thanks. I really don't need that kind of gratitude.
Ignoring Yoshinari's refusals, Okazaki swiftly walked away.
Ignoring his refusal, karate kicked him in the face.
I followed after him, flustered.
Let's see if there's any condoms in this gift package.
His apartment was a lot more tidy than I expected. It's clean. I blur it out without thinking.
Well, I'm never here. I always sleep in the sewers. So. Wait, you didn't expect that?
You said you weren't good at doing housework, so I imagined you'd have a much messier place. Like, your Roomba literally walked out.
Roomba went away from home. Well, I don't come home often. I can't really get it dirty if I never use it.
I see.
Just sit wherever you like. I'll make some coffee.
Thank you.
It's just a layer of dust over everything.
Yeah.
Want some snacks? Oh, we have cake. How about that?
Don't mind me. And easily took a seat in a chair as Okazaki went into the kitchen. The loud and dissonant sound of glassware shattering punctured the silence. Are you alright?
A cup fell out of the drawer when I opened it. Maybe it's because I haven't opened it in a while.
It fell from a drawer?
Oh, don't worry. I have unbroken cups too.
That's not what I'm worried about. Okazaki cleaned up the shattered cup and set 2 new cups down on the counter.
Sugar. Ah, there it is.
He opened the container in a way that looked like he was unfamiliar with it, and for some reason just poured it straight into the cups! Oh, if you don't use a spoon... As those words finished leaving my lips, a pile of sugar filled the cup. Okazaki stared at the cup dumbfounded, as if he had no idea this phenomenon was possible. Okazaki, I can take care of this, you know.
But you're my guest.
Then let's try doing it together. No, just let me do it. I found a cutlery cabinet in a shelf next to the sink and opened it. Next to the cabinet were several half-eaten snacks. Cucumber chocolate, sea grape marshmallows, rose-flavored biscuits.
Roe-flavored, even.
It sounds like it's cucumber-flavored chocolate, but it's actually chocolate-flavored cucumber.
The fuck?
Yoshinari's review of it states that it's a lazy chocolate-covered banana knockoff.
Disgusting.
These new candies are sea grape coated with marshmallow. It doesn't look appetizing, but Yoshinari says that it's even less appetizing than it looks. Roe flavored biscuit. As expected, this is a snack that has the flavor of salmon roe. Yoshinari said that it tasted great and would be perfect with cream cheese. He then bemoaned the fact that he was being used as a food taster.
Amazing.
There were a variety of strange seasonal snacks that looked like they were intended as punishments. Okazaki, these...
You can have some if you want.
No thanks, I'll pass, but why exactly do you have them?
I like things that taste weird.
Do they taste good?
I guess not, but I like them. Aren't they interesting? I just like weird things.
Okazaki was a
Why,
man
like
of
you?
mystery. I finished preparing the coffee and sat next to him. I felt a bit closer to him now than when we were in the cold wind outside. Not that I can relax, though. My eyes wandered to the bed, and I noticed a large quantity of drugs on the bed.
Excuse me?
They looked like painkillers and antibiotics. That's right, he was just discharged. I'd almost forgotten because of his calm smile, but he'd been badly
Heroin, some
wounded.
lines of coke.
Yeah, just like there's some marijuana there, some cocaine. We had to talk. So, continuing our conversation, when I broke the silence, Okazaki gave me a serious look.
Yeah, it's clear that we both won't back down, so why don't we just say what we really feel?
Okay.
I've told you my goal. I want to protect someone special, and I want to meet my end carrying out a duty.
I can understand that you want to protect someone, but why do you want to die?
I started thinking that way about 2 years ago when something happened.
What happened?
A terrorist organization made an assassination attempt on the Prime Minister 2 years ago. The name of those terrorists was Adonis. Police learned of their plan in advance, so we were on high alert about the Prime Minister. I was still a rookie at the time, but I was also assigned to the Prime Minister's residence, as was my colleague.
It was... Oh, wait, no, that would still be you.
Yeah, it was strangely quiet that day. My colleagues and I were posted in the lobby of the residence. We were making small talk. Prime Minister was surrounded by veteran officers, so we didn't think we need to act.
Right? They're not just gonna come barreling through the front entrance.
Aren't you taking this a bit too casually?
I can't fool you. Obviously, one mistake on our part could pave the way for a huge disaster.
Well, yeah, I think it'll be hard to get in with this many officers on the premises, though. Back then, I was more carefree. The Prime Minister's schedule, SP deployments, emergency escape routes and contingency plans. We all thought our detailed preparations wouldn't allow for any mishaps. But
Okazaki.
yeah, something's wrong. The anomaly occurred several hours after it had been predicted to happen. Did the deployments change? There should always have been another SP officer in my line of sight, but I couldn't see anyone. No one was responding over radio or cell phone. Someone was clearly jamming communications.
I'm going to check on the higher-ups. Stay here.
Got it. But the entrance to the residence was heavily guarded by special forces and a security convoy.
Also known as the Special Assault Team, they are police officers in the security division who use weapons to resolve things like hostage situations or even large-scale terrorist attacks.
I was sure that the enemy wouldn't make a frontal assault, no matter how many people they had. A few minutes passed after my colleague left. Ouch.
Yeah.
Suddenly the sound of a huge explosion rocked me. And in the next instant my world was just heat. And flames. The walls and ceilings had begun to crumble. We'd allowed a terrorist attack to happen. They got us. I could see someone fallen on the other side of the rubble. They weren't wearing an SP uniform. I have to help. But the fire was too intense. I could burn to death before I managed to cross the rubble. Death is an ever-present risk. Not for the fallen man, but for me. Thought I was prepared to lay down my life. But now that the opportunity was in front of me, I felt slightly hesitant. What am I doing? I should be determined. I scolded myself and looked around. Sprinklers weren't activating because the security systems had been compromised. On the off chance they might still work, I took aim at the sprinklers with my gun.
Stop, Okazaki.
My colleague had returned. He held me back by putting a hand on my shoulder. Why? I have to save him now.
Calm down, he's beyond help. Right now, we need to assess the situation and secure the other VIPs. Okazaki, clear your emotions. You'll just make the damage worse.
But I might be able to still make it.
Then it happened. Okazaki!
Eh? Kablooey.
It was so sudden I didn't realize what happened. No matter how honed my training or senses were, I knew I hadn't been calm enough to see it coming. Oh, why am I reading your lines again?
Yeah, it's okay. My colleague was bleeding badly, having just been crushed by a piece of falling rubble. He was lying in the spot where I'd been before. He pushed me out of the way. Splat. Tsukushima!
It wasn't supposed to be like this. This is your fault, Okazaki.
Good lord.
It all went wrong because of you.
Jesus. What final words.
Yep.
I could hear his voice from underneath the rubble. The words he spoke just gouged my heart right out of my chest. But why? Why did you protect me?
Hey, Okazaki, don't be like me.
Tsukushima's voice was fading. I could hear him slipping closer to death.
As an SP, you find a death that has meaning to you. Then
Then he went silent, for good. Tsukushima? Whatever. He didn't answer. I knew that was the last thing I'd hear him say. He died because of me. Because I had hesitated. If only I just acted as soon as I saw the fallen man. If only I'd moved as soon as I realized that he was beyond saving. I'd been hamstrung by emotions and doubt and lost the lives I was supposed to protect as a result. No. SP risked their lives to protect others. I'd chosen to live for those people. Not like this. It was meaningless. In protecting me, he had gained nothing. Why had I been allowed to live?
you just have survival's guilt, Okazaki. And
Yep.
he did not help the matter.
You don't need someone to die for, you need therapy.
Yeah.
In the end, the Prime Minister lived, but the SP took the blame for allowing the terrorist attack to happen.
I mean, really?
They still succeeded? Good lord.
Yeah.
I wasn't dismissed, but I was demoted and transferred. I was taken off the VP protection detail and was stuck training the new recruits for almost 2 years. The whole time I kept thinking, what was I living for? I'd become an SP to protect others, but I hadn't protected a thing. I was just aimlessly passing time. I didn't think that my colleague could rest in peace after dying so I could do his.
I want to say that it wasn't true. The person that died saving Okazaki surely didn't resent him for it. There was no way that someone who gave his life to protect Okazaki would wish death on him. So what did you discover behind what allowed the terrorists to attack? I asked a question to stop Okazaki from dwelling on twisted thoughts tied to his colleague's death. When I did, he gave me a lonely smile.
There was an Adonis spy, someone inside the SP no less.
What?
The SP officer's name, yeah, I knew it.
Yep.
Was Otaru Tsukushima. He died protecting me.
So, what does it mean? Okazaki's colleague had been Adonis' spy. That's how the terrorists had breached the place. I could understand that much, but then why had he protected Okazaki?
I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he planned to die all along, or maybe just moved because of reflexes. Knowledge of the spy was classified top secret, and has been carefully covered up so that only a small number of people in the force know about it. It would have been a scandal of unprecedented magnitude if it was known that a spy infiltrated the SP and endangered the Prime Minister.
Don't be like him. Flat and dead. That is true.
So Tsukushima received the commendation for dying in the line of duty to prevent the terrorist attack, and he was honored publicly. It was all for show. But after the incident, I questioned whether Tsukushima was actually a spy. Something about his actions that day puzzled me.
You've been investigating it, even though it's top secret?
Yeah, I couldn't do it alone though. Recently I learned some things with Takeru's help. I thought that if Tsukushima was a spy, then it would help set my mind at ease. In a sense, he just gotten his just desserts. Like Christmas cake.
Yep.
It wouldn't be my fault. I'm the worst.
I think it's natural for people to feel that way. If his colleague wasn't a spy, then none of that would ever have happened. Okazaki would have never been endangered, and the terrorist attack never would have happened.
But even after learning he was a spy, my feelings haven't changed.
So you want to die because of self-loathing? You feel guilty because you called Tsukushima's death?
I don't think so. You'll probably think I'm scum for saying this. You see, I'm just afraid to die like he did.
Huh?
The glory he received after his death was empty. After all, he didn't protect anyone special. He just died protecting me. Oh, so he already hated himself.
No.
He died full of regret. I didn't want to go up the same way. From the beginning, I've never felt guilty. I owe him my life, so I've never thought of killing myself. I just hate myself for being unable to protect anyone, and I can't forgive myself for being saved. I've probably always been scared.
Here's the thing, Okazaki. If you ask any person worth their salt, I should say, who works in therapy, they would still say that still counts as being suicidal. You don't have to actively be trying to kill yourself to be suicidal.
It's suicidal ideation, at least.
Yeah. Okazaki.
I was assigned to keep an eye on Yanagi's team. It was around November this year. I was transferred from training recruits to staking out possible X-Day agents. Honestly, I couldn't get into it. After all, they weren't people to be protected. It had nothing to do with the mission of the SP. I want to protect, so why was I doing this? If only they just get more deeply involved and become high-value targets, I thought. I probably wish the criminals would attack them. That's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
And then you appeared, conveniently. You were a high-value target colored by Adonis. You were key to both the police and the nation. I'd planned to
Yeah.
I'd planned to eliminate you if you turned out to be on Adonis' side, but once you turned out to be an innocent victim, I was honestly overjoyed. You never run, even though you were thrust into a brutal situation. You stared down evil and pushed for your goals. You're someone whose life has value. Someone I want to protect with my life.
After I finished listening to Okazaki's story, I felt more composed than I had been earlier. His past, everything he'd been through, the reason he yearned for death, and his twisted heart. Now that I knew all of this, I understood why he tried to protect me via his own death. But
Now it's your turn. What the fuck is your problem? From the beginning, I've told you that my goal is to protect someone special. You accepted that. Yeah, but you left out kind of a key
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you rejected me because you didn't want to hurt me, but that isn't it. Why won't you let me protect you? Well, can you protect without the dying thing?
Yeah,
like,
I did.
Can you repay the
Yeah.
debt by protecting and then not dying?
Yeah, it's the idea of, like, maybe, like, if you love someone enough, you should live for them, not die for them.
Exactly.
I did accept it at first. Even if it wasn't for my sake, it made me feel happy to be protected. I felt safe when I was with you. I know the SP risks their lives for other people. Still, I don't want you to die for my sake. That's all there is to it. If you care about me at all, then I want us to live together. I haven't been thinking about anything so noble as not wanting anyone to be hurt. In fact, it's the opposite.
I want everyone to be hurt.
Nah.
The opposite.
If someone's hurt, I don't want it to be you. But if it isn't you, then that would be okay. If someone else lost their life protecting me, but it helped me solve the case, then I think I could accept that. I'd feel frustrated and miserable, and I'm sure I'd regret it, but I think it would be better than seeing you die. I think I'm the worst kind of person too, but that's why I don't want you to protect me.
In other words, you're saying...
Yeah, Pond. Yep. You're the most precious person in the world to me. I probably projected my own standards onto him, but I couldn't say anything bad about Okazaki. Just as you recognized my worth and decided that I was worth protecting, I really like you, so I don't want you protecting me with your life.
More precious than her own little brother, damn.
Yeah, dang see. Yeah, goodbye Kazuki. Goodbye our
They only
bestie.
known each other like 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, we've known this guy for 2 weeks and now he's our number one person. Goodbye Kazuki. Goodbye our bestie Sayaki. Like, we don't need any of those people. Again,
This is true love.
Yeah, again, we went silent for a while. It didn't really feel like it was going anywhere. Our respective positions meant the world to us. I couldn't see a way out of this dilemma.
Not sure if I should be happy.
Okazaki whispered.
You don't want to let me die because you treasure me. I'm really happy to hear that. But unfortunately, I'm still
Yeah.
gonna die. If you won't accept me, then I'll just have to find someone else who will. Even if it's not for you, I'm still going to die for someone.
I hadn't gone through to him at all. Why? Why? Why are you in such a hurry to die? Are you stupid?
What? Stupid?
Don't you have even the slightest desire to live? Was all of our time together, all of the time you spent with Yoshinari and Yanagi's team, was it all just you passing time until your death?
No, all of it is precious to me, but that's why...
Then don't try to die. You know, when you die, that's it. Nothing more. You can't talk while looking into somebody's eyes like this. You can't hold hands or laugh or cry. Everything is gone. You have nothing. I want to spend more of my life with you.
Ichika.
His face clouded over. It's not as if I wanted to make him feel that way. I just want us to laugh together. Why? Why won't he understand? Looking down, I saw a DVD case with a familiar title. I murmured as I examined it. Do you like these movies? You have this whole series on DVD.
Huh?
He's like, where did this come from? There's a new part to this coming out next year. Well, if you
Oh,
die,
I
you'll
get
never see it.
You're right.
I looked around. Even though Okazaki's apartment wasn't well lived in, it was clearly his home.
Oh, I get what you're saying. If I die, then they'll have to see how they ruin it with the bad ending.
Yeah, exactly. If you died back in Shinjuku Garden, I never would have been able to come here. He looked down as if perplexed. He seemed like a mixture of sorrow and resentment. Right, let's have some of the cake that Yoshinari gave us. He just goes stomping over.
You know, the cake you would have not been able to eat if you were dead.
Yeah.
Eh?
Irritated, I opened the cake box and briskly plated 2 slicey. Wham!
Just cut it in half.
Yeah. Then I stuck a fork into the cake and presented it towards Okazaki's mouth. Eat it! You liked my cooking before it? It's not like you hate sweets, right?
Yeah, this is just so...
I thrust the cake into his mouth without letting him finish his sentence.
If you want to die, we'll choke on this.
Delicious!
No, it's terrible actually, but... It is, but...
If you die, you won't be able to eat this either. So let's try everything while you're still here. I felt like the fork wasn't enough, so I thought about shoving the food into his face by hand. I knew I was losing my temper, but I couldn't contain the anger any longer. I'm gonna take this whole cake and shove it in there.
I'm gonna fucking show you how enjoyable life is. Eat this. Eat it. Enjoy life.
Hi, Owen. Welcome to the stream. How's it going?
Welcome to aggressive therapy.
Yeah. Hokusaki, you said that you wanted to find a way for us to be together. I've thought about it too, and this is the only way I can see. I have to make you want to live. If you live, you can enjoy so many things. I want you to believe that. I doubted this would work on someone who had spent years pinning for death, but I still refuse to give up. Dying while protecting someone is just cowardly. You're not fulfilling any duty. Isn't it your job to both protect someone while surviving any challenge? If you live, you can protect many people. Neglect that and you're a failure as both an SP and police officer.
Damn. I'm just imagining a future where, like, for decades they're living together and she's just angry the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, forcing him to do fun stuff.
Yeah. Now
Get the fuck on this roller coaster.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that. I was about to, now let's go to the amusement park. Same brain cell right there.
Yeah, in the end, I've just been thinking about myself. I know that I have no right to be in the SP. I preach about the importance of the police, but I can't do anything for the organization.
In anger, my body suddenly moved.
Get fucking slapped.
This scene
Won't be
is
able to
great.
feel that either if you're dead.
Yeah.
Ow!
You said that you love me. I realized.
Well, I said I like you. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. I realized that I'd
Well, I
slapped
only said I was gonna
Okazaki.
die for you, but I didn't say I love you.
Yeah, I
Moving
gotta.
a bit fast. Bit intense, I think.
First base is dying for them. Second base is eating cake, and third base is holding hands.
Sounds about right.
My hand hurt, but my heart hurt worse. He could have easily avoided it, but he took it with full force, with sad eyes. After you die, I'm gonna forget all about you, fall in love with someone else sane, and I'll actually be happy.
Good lord. Oh.
Maybe I'll fall for Yoshinari, or maybe I'll choose Yanagi. That's none of your concern, right?
Wait, not Yanaki. I don't think I like that.
Even if you sacrifice yourself to save me, I could make a stupid mistake and die the next day.
What?
This whole combo. Wouldn't your death be totally in vain then? You'd have died like a dog, protecting nothing. There would be no glory, no proof you ever lived. I love
Good
this.
lord. She's going hard.
She's going off. She's going off. It's so good.
That's correct, but aren't you being a little mean?
I'm just talking about the theoreticals out loud. If I'm truly special to you and if you want to risk your life to protect mine, then why don't you rage against death and live life? Why don't you show me that you have the guts to protect me until I die of old age? Then maybe you could actually call yourself a real SP officer. As I finished my furious scolding, Okazaki just blinked with his mouth wide open. I kind of lost track of what I was saying halfway through. Yeah, just like shoving more cake in there. There you go.
Eat cake until you want to live.
Yeah, get all that sugar in you. You just don't have enough sugar in your diet. Get some more serotonin in there. What I'm trying to say is, I tried to follow up, but I couldn't find words. I didn't want to say something complicated, but I felt frustrated that I couldn't make him see. I started crying.
Ha ha.
Okazaki?
You've been forcing yourself, haven't you?
I do. I've been rambling, but I was dead serious. It was truly terrible of him to react that way. I know that, so...
But you're right.
Huh?
If I die, I won't be able to laugh like this. I won't be able to enjoy your delicious cooking. Or see you get angry at me. I don't want that. Yeah, absolutely not.
Do you really mean that?
I mean, I never thought that you'd try to physically coerce me into agreeing.
It's not funny. I'm really serious here.
Sorry, I get it. I'm really sorry for saying those stupid things and hurting you like I did.
His
I'm
voice.
fixed now. I don't need therapy.
Yeah, I don't need therapy now. I've changed my mind. My brain is cured. My depression gone.
Or maybe I'm just saying this, and on the inside I'm just gonna secretly wanna die.
His voice was different than before. It didn't have that note of resignation. His gloomy eyes now had a different light inside them.
It's hard for me to let go of my dream of dying with a purpose. I just want to seize that wish. But when I see you trying so hard, I know I'm just being selfish. I feel like a complete idiot. If I just want to die, then I could do it without getting other people involved. But I was obsessed with finding a worthy place to die and making sure my death had significance. I regretted my survival. I can't count the number of regrets I have. I just didn't want to own up to my own worthless life. I wanted to run away.
I mean, it's things like this that really make you realize the importance of having, like, people on board to, like, after, like, a traumatic event happens, to also kind of evaluate the people on the force and stuff as well. Because there's probably tons of people like this who've gone through, like, a traumatic event like that while on the job and have been, like, mentally scarred because of that.
Yep.
And aren't getting, like, the treatment they need.
Definitely. But now I'm holding on to a wish that's greater than both my death wish and my fear of living a meaningless life. Oop. I don't want to be apart from you. I want to be together, that's all.
Okazaki,
If I say that I won't die, will you let me protect you?
if you promise me that you absolutely will not die, no matter what danger I'm in, you find a way for the both of us to survive. Don't give it to an easy death. Please, promise that you'll live for my sake. If you can, then I'll make you a promise. No matter what happens, I won't run away. I'll fight it till the end to reach my goals.
And then he immediately dies anyway.
Yeah.
Even though he wasn't trying to.
Oh, I
Okay.
had a heart attack.
Can I hold your hand?
Yeah, the
Chokes on
cake.
the cake
Yeah,
and
the
dies.
cake is like giving him too much sugar at once, so he has a heart attack and dies. Like, oh no, I killed him. Sure.
Are there peanuts in this? And he drops over.
It was the hand that I'd brushed aside earlier, the pinky that I made a promise on. He tightly held my hand, and I felt all of his warmth through it.
I wouldn't be able to hold your hands like this anymore either.
Yeah, you're the only one I'd want to be holding hands like this with.
You're right, it was third base.
Yeah, I told you. I know this.
Ichigo.
I want you and no one else. I don't think there's anyone else who could try as hard to persuade you as I can.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
His hand was
Girl I met 2 weeks ago.
his hand was colder than usual. I'd always thought he was strong, but Okazaki was afraid too. He knew about the fear of loss. He was afraid of living an empty life. He hadn't always been a strong person. He was terrified the way I was after I was collared, and the way everyone in Shinjuku was. We were all battling against our fears. If you're ever afraid to live again, I held his large palm tightly. I'll hold your hand as long as you need, the same way you gave me your hand.
Thanks. I'm glad I finally got to see you laugh again.
When I saw him smiling happily, I finally returned it with a heartfelt smile of my own. Assassination attempt has been added to materials. Thanks.
Great, thanks. Yeah. Kinda ruined the mood there.
Yeah. How much time do we spend like that, quietly holding hands, sometimes bashfully making eye contact and laughing, I'm kind
Oh,
of
just
nervous
walk away.
now. I suddenly grew self-conscious of the fact that we were alone together and that I'd made a big display of my feelings for him. I mean, we both confessed how we feel, but we're not in a relationship or anything.
Just declare that then.
Yeah. Yes?
At this point.
Yeah, I answered more loudly than I intended when he suddenly called my name. Okazaki's eyes widened slightly, and then he continued with a smile.
Since we're here, why don't we make this a real Christmas celebration?
Okay. It had been far from my mind, but there was actually a lot of food here. I didn't want to let Yoshinari's concern go to waste, and talking while we ate might help relieve some of the awkward tension. He took food out of the bags, heated it, and then set it on plates. When we finally sat down to eat, I felt a whole lot more calm. Delicious. Convenience store food is actually pretty good.
This KFC TM crispy fried chicken now
Nom, nom, nom.
available near you for
Yep.
a special price. It's better than it used to be, and it's way better than junk food, like KFC.
Yep. It's kind of depressing when it tastes better than my own cooking, though.
That would never happen. Your cooking is way better.
Really? I felt my cheeks
No.
grow warm, and I no, I lied. I placed a hand on my chest.
By the way, about the color.
Yes?
Oh yeah, they heard all this. It's probably very embarrassing.
Yeah. I swallowed a mouthful of cake without chewing, surprised by a sudden change of
They're
topic.
gonna hear us fucking later too, actually.
Oh no, right, the caller. Today I'd originally gone to the office to ask for Sazasuka's help. Now that we'd gone past our differences, it wasn't the time to be sitting idle.
Are you really going through with what you just asked?
Yeah, what other choice do we have now? It'll be okay, the voice from the caller personally told me to reach them.
I know, but
Okazaki, we just promised. If I don't make a move now, then I'd just be running away. That would break my promise, wouldn't it?
that's not fair.
Okazaki pouted and his lips twisted into a frown. His eyes were sad and I could tell that he was worried. Let's go back once we finish the cake. I think Yanagi's team is still waiting for us.
I don't wanna.
Excuse me?
I want to stay with you a little longer.
Okazaki's hand enveloped mine again. He was as firm as ever, and he trembled a little. He's so... But I understood how he felt. If something happened while examining the collar... I wasn't backpedaling, but I also couldn't deny the risk. So I also wanted to treasure the time that we had together. Then, I'll text Yanagi to let him know first. They don't exactly keep regular business hours, so I think it should be fine. I took my phone out, but I paused and I was about to start typing. Okazaki had snuggled up against me, his head resting on my shoulder. Okazaki? You're a little close.
Am I? I think this is normal. Actually, I want to get even closer.
Even closer?
Well, we're lovers. Okay.
What?
Skip the
When
chapter.
did that happen?
Huh? I said that I like you, and you said you like me back, right?
I did, but...
We're basically married.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
What's the problem? There are a lot of problems. I had said all those things, but I disagreed now because I wasn't expecting this at this moment. So when he said he liked me, he meant it in that way? I had taken it platonically, so I was kind of shocked.
on!
He suddenly closed the
You
distance.
cannot be this dead.
Besides, did Okazaki really mean that he actually likes me? He likes
my
me, you
God.
guys? Some part of me couldn't believe what he
You just
said.
said you want to spend the rest of your life together, and now you're like, oh, wait, he's feelings for me? Yes. Yes, he
Yes.
does.
I sent a text to Yanagi, is there anything you want to do?
Anything?
Well, you know, something Christmassy?
Well, we could make it a white Christmas if you get what I mean.
Oh, God.
Why don't we go to bed? I mean,
What?
okay.
How did you jump directly to that?
What are you mad for?
This isn't working. He's absolutely oblivious. Look, Okazaki, I'm sorry to have to say this, but let's just put the romance on hold for now. The caller situation isn't resolved yet. I haven't had time to sort out my feelings.
And also, we're being like eavesdropped on, so it's kind of
Yeah,
weird.
it would be very strange. Also, hi Sarah, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
I love you so much. Thank you for the raid.
Welcome to incredibly awkward romance.
Yeah, to one of the most awkward romances of all time with both two oblivious people.
The most insanely dense people of all time.
Yep. Crazy. Other way this time, my sinus allergies. Oh no!
Rip.
I hope you feel better soon, Sarah. You were playing Ebb on Light. That game is so good. I love that game.
We also played that.
Yee.
Okay, got it. Sorry for trying to rush things.
Unexpectedly, Okazaki easily accepted my reasoning. I made a mental note that we needed to properly hash this all out in conversation.
And to buy condoms for next time. But I've expressed my feelings to you as a man. I won't wait that long, okay? Right back to being like
right.
pushy as hell.
Yeah. No, I love him, Sarah. He's great, but they've had some pretty amazing scenes.
I don't know. I think this relationship is toxic as hell.
Yeah. I mean, yes, it is, but that's just how I like it. The toxic, toxic men.
This is like every time that we play an ultimate game, you're like, "Oh, I love this," and I'm like, "This is really toxic."
Exactly.
What is this teaching girls all over?
Exactly.
But it's fun regardless.
Yeah. In the end, the situation still felt uneasy.
So you wanna watch a DVD?
Sure, of course.
I'd recommend this one. It's just porn.
This? Oh, if you ever get to Charade Maniacs, I know someone you're gonna love and be sus of all in one. Oh, who is it? I have seen that, but I've never played it yet.
Already sounds
This?
like Anya boy.
Oh no, Sarah. The title was written in a ghoulish font, and the quote said it was a spooktacular supreme. It was obviously a horror movie. I'm not so fond of horror films. I prefer something different.
Pick one then.
Then my hand stopped as I went to select another DVD. They were all horror movies. Honestly, Okazaki and I would get along very well in this regard. I would be like, heck yeah, horror movies, let's go! Let's go! Don't you have any normal movies?
These are all normal horror movies, though. It's not like aliens from space suddenly show up.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Sarah. I'm like, I love horror movies. There are some, horror is my favorite genre, so definitely a big fan of it. Also, Sarah, if you want to, since I don't remember what Nightbot's thing about links is, because I know I can post links, but I don't know about anybody else. So I would say probably it will be best just to post it in the Discord server, so that way Nightbot doesn't flag anything, because I honestly don't remember. I meant non-horror movies.
Oh, you can do links.
Oh, okay. Nice-oo. That's good.
Oh, yeah, I don't have any of those. I only watch horror movies.
I preferred not to watch any of his movies, but then we'd have nothing to do. Then how about an entry-level horror movie? Please pick the least scary movie.
Oh, this one. It's more comedy than horror. I think you'll really enjoy it.
Oh, let me see. Oh, this guy. Nice-oo. I like his pink shoes. He has like hot pink shoes. I love that. The art style of Charade Maniacs looks great, honestly. One day I'll play it. My next goal is to play the new Ultimate game, Verche Evermore. I want to play that game because it looks like a my kind of game, but we'll see. Same artist as Nora 9? Heck yeah. Okazaki was holding something called Obon Did Dance. The title sounded cute. This one looks okay. That's what I thought, but...
Nani?
Understandable, Sarah. I've had that happen many times before. I wanted to yelp in terror when the screen filled with grotesque images and the screams of women blared from the speakers. This is super scary. It's not a normal movie at all. Hi, Mew. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. I love ya.
Honestly, this is worse than the whole, like, issues he has if your, like, movie tastes are this incompatible.
Yeah.
It's doomed for the relationship.
Yeah, because how are you just gonna hang out and do stuff if you don't share any interests? That means I just have to sit through it nervously without saying anything and try not to look too much. But scary is scary! Oh, look at her!
Are you okay?
I slowly inched closer to Okazaki, tightly clutching a cushion. I felt that having someone's warp next to me would help alleviate the fear. No, if you keep going that way... The scene was at an angle that showed something ominously approaching the hapless protagonist from behind. It's behind you! Don't turn around! I couldn't help but cry out. Of course, the character couldn't hear me and turned around, but nothing seemed to happen then. Ah! I cried out in unison with the protagonist as the zombie strangled her. He's like, Mwahaha. This is the part he finds funny?
It's fine. It's the next part that isn't that scary.
Do you really
Where
mean
they eat her
that?
guts, that she screams in pain.
That's just based on your scale of horror, right? The scene keeps going, doesn't it?
So you can't deal with horror films. She did.
Yeah.
She should have said. But that was totally worth it.
Worth what?
Well, you are really cute.
Eh?
Also, research proves that if you're scared during a date, it'll improve feelings of connection.
Yeah.
I actually have a lot of other movies, but I just took out all the horror ones for when you were coming.
Yeah. Yeah, the sorrels disappeared, sadly.
Oh. Well, I've never seen you look like you're a kid about to cry before, right? I'm really attracted to children. I mean, no, that came out wrong.
No.
I'm happy you showed me your weak side. It's so cute, it makes me want to hug you.
Please don't joke around about that.
Why? Because you're self-conscious.
He teased me, so I answered. So the right answer here, I think, is yes. Just saying yes.
What happens at this point if you get the wrong answer? Is that just...
you could still get a bad ending.
Wow.
So we're gonna
After
say
all
yes, yeah. Yes. I answered honestly.
I want you to know about it, though.
He didn't really...
You didn't really believe me. Oh. You didn't really believe me when I said that I liked you, didn't you? Well, it was my fault for saying it in that way. I want you to know I was serious about you. I wanted you to know that I think you're cute. That I want to be the only one you make that face with. And I want to be the only one to hold your hand.
Yeah, as Sarah said, this game has so many bad ends.
It's not a joke, those are my true feelings.
That's... My heart pounded loudly and the sounds from the TV seemed distant. Aww. Choop.
wanted to do this too. Only for you, okay?
My breath caught in my throat for a moment as his lips softly touched my head.
Did you hate it?
Not exactly.
I only strongly disliked it. Good. We can put your answer to my confession on hold. But let me have this one, okay?
Alright.
But now that I'm this close, I really do want to get even closer with
What?
you. I don't want you to hate me, so I'll stop there for now.
Yeah, Sarah says, Okazaki has less bad ends than Enomoto, though. Okazaki only has 5 bad ends.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, this game has a lot of bad ends. It's not like, oh, you either have good or bad end like most games. This one has, like, multiple times where it's like, if you don't get enough, game over.
We'll pick this up again later, okay? But I'll pout if you tease me too hard.
Thought my heart would burst. It was true that I hadn't dealt with my feelings, but when Okazaki touched me, I felt like I couldn't think straight.
Is your heart pounding?
Of course it is.
That makes me happy then. I'll be sure to make it beat faster next time.
It'll be so fast you die.
I'll keep trying to convince you next time until I'm really the most special person in your eyes. Prepare yourself.
I like that Pawn just said, is it really a bad end if he wants to die?
Maybe he dies for someone else. No,
Yeah. Who says he only dies in the bad end? Only he dies in the bad ends. That's true. Oh, I've already lost. I felt like such a fool for being teased like this.
Don't worry, I'll wait. I won't ignore your feelings. For me, the silly texts we send to each other, eating snacks with one another, walking along while holding hands. I just want to share those little moments. Maybe this is just my ego, but I kind of feel like you feel the same way. Have I gotten the wrong idea?
No, you haven't. I do feel the same way. I looked straight into his eyes, and the answer came out naturally. With slight hesitation, Okazaki rested his head on my shoulder. He snuggled up to me like a spoiled child, and he made my heart beat faster. I've been desperate to end it all. Oh, wait, no, that's you.
Just wondering how long it will take you. I've been desperate to end it all, so I try to enjoy each day to the fullest. If I live, then I'll be able to enjoy more things, even though I knew that the more my joys grew, the more meaning I thought my death would have.
Okazaki.
You've been part of my enjoyment of life too. The warm feelings I feel when I'm with you. You're amazing because you try so hard to live.
Yeah, Sarah said, but yeah, characters seem to have 5 to 6 in general bad endings, but Yanagi has 7.
Oh my lord.
Yep.
I really am selfish. You gave me so many important things, so I thought I'd have a great ending.
But not anymore?
Yeah, I don't want to let go of everything that I've managed to scoop up with these hands. I'm terrified of losing them. Before I was glad to have more important things, but now I'm afraid I might drop them.
You don't have to carry them on your own. We can collect them together. I'll support you when you're in pain, and when I'm suffering, please stay beside me.
Okay.
I mean, we're basically getting married now, I guess.
Yep.
As Okazaki sat there teary-eyed, I finally felt that he understood my heart. Final chapter! Bwum.
Roll credits.
Yeah, that's it. We're done. Game over.
Just forget the whole plot.
Yeah, who cares about that? But yeah, so this is a
Alright.
good place to stop.
Yep.
Gonna save here and save data number 24. Yeah, probably we might even finish this next time. The dream could be real, or it might take 2 more streams, but we're definitely at the end.
Surprise smut.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. Which one is that one, Sarah? Which game is
Why
that?
do I know?
I want to know when Smut is there. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Bunny Bond. I've never heard of that. That's
Sounds like
amazing. Yeah, it does. You're right. Honestly, for me, the game that shocked me the most for having smut, like some smut scenes, like was Pio Fiore. Like it doesn't have like full on smut scenes, but it gets pretty close. Like more close than I expected that game to get. I was in the middle of playing my favorite route from that game, and Yang's route, and I was like, oh boy.
Oh no. Oh, let's look at this cute little game about cats working in a cafe. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, exactly. That sort of thing. Crazy. It's like you wouldn't expect it, and then all of a sudden, bam, bam, whoa. What's happening here?
In your face.
Yep. Anyways,
Yeah.
let's end it here. Let's raid somebody, and we'll continue this on next time. We're getting close to the end. And then oh my gosh. Oh boy. Oh no, Sarah. I was playing in the living room.
Oh no.
Enjoy bonding with the man of your choice and seeing their climax in more ways than one. I didn't read the description. Oh boy. Poor Sarah. Amazing.
Oh.
Yeah, it seems Epic is live, playing some Doom free. Why did I say it like that? I said Doom free. What the heck? But yeah, thanks as always, Rolf, for joining. I love you very much. I hope you're enjoying the stream.
No, I hate it.
No! No! I can't believe you've done this. Yeah. Oh boy. But yeah,
Curious
so
to see the finale of this.
yeah. And
What the
yeah.
hell's up with all Adonis stuff?
Yeah. I mean, sadly, a lot of it is not really, as I stated before, pretty much most of it gets revealed in Yanagi's route, whereas everything kind of gets, like, hints and pieces. So I'll probably just, like, reveal it at the very end, be like, okay, so here's the general gist. This is the actual plot, okay? And I'll reveal who my actual ultimate favorite guy is. But yeah, because
It's Sasaki moment. Or is there a secret, another option?
well, I would say I say my favorite route. I don't actually mean. I mean that he technically has a route, but not really. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. But yeah, I'll love you all. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
See ya.
Hee hee hee.